Let me ask y'all something. Y'all do know that I could see y'all when y'all be talking mess about me in the pre-chat, right? Like y'all do know that, right? During Black Women's, we gonna put this season of Love is Blind season 7 to rest. Whoa, Black Women's Month. I can see when y'all are talking crap about me. I just want y'all to know that.
Diamonds on my body and they crystal clear. I make magic with these hundreds, watch them disappear. Big ol' raindrops up in my ear. If you gon' name drop, let's get it clear. Jesse, VVS, I just turn the water on. Big ol' flex, shit you never saw before. These niggas chasing me like waterfalls.
Y'all are very rude. Just point, let me tell y'all something. Y'all are very, very rude. Very, very rude people. I don't know what I did to deserve this type of treatment from y'all. Okay? But we're going to get into this live. Okay? Thank you so much for coming back to my Chanel. It is your sister, Jessie Woo, during Black Women's. We are finally going to put Love is Blind season 7 to rest. Black Women's Month. Enough. Y'all said the microphone is loud. It's too loud. It's too loud. Let me back it up. Is it still loud? It's fine. Hold on. Let me see. Hold on. Because I'm seeing the girlies. Hold on. Hold on. Is the mic good? Mic check 1 2 1 2. You want to beef with the king? What is you gonna do? Mic check 1 2 1 2. You want to beef with the king? What is you gonna do? Okay. The microphone's good. Okay. Period. All right, y'all. How y'all doing? Y'all see the title. Y'all know what time it is. Fatherhood is blind. Point blank. Period. Fatherhood is blind. Brian McLight made his way over to the Dear Future Wifey podcast, and we're going to review that. But I'm not going to review the entire podcast. It's 2.5 hours. I didn't even make it to the whole 2.5 hours. This was probably the most excruciating podcast episode I have ever listened to. And, the only reason why I did is because I know y'all are going to look forward to my commentary. But, baby, this was... Oh, hold on. I have a little surprise for y'all at the end. But this was very painful to watch. Before I watched the interview, I saw some people were like in my mentions on IG saying, "Oh, Tyler, Brian McLight was throwing shade at you, whatever." And baby, I went to go look before I could even watch the episode. I'm looking to see where he never mentions my name. And I would never expect a bitch of a nigga to say my name. Like, he never says my name. He references my content a lot. He referenced the donations that we made. Like, he referenced me a lot without saying my name. And I mean, it's just puss ass niggas ain't gonna say my name. I didn't expect him to say my name. But he did throw shade a lot. And cool. That's the best he could do, is throw shade. The thing is, he could never say that I lied. He did reference Ricky too. He never said that I lied, because, baby, every time I've done a live exposing whatever or talking about whatever has come forward, it was always court documents. It was either the court documents or directly from the mouths of Bri or Deshawn. And so he could never call me a liar. But it was a whole lot of, like, I'm going to make just some general notes first before we get into the actual, like, the things that were actually said on the podcast. But I will say this. Is it me or Liler had a lot of receipts and never gave any receipts? Like, yeah, I got receipts for this. I got receipts for that. Never provided one receipt. I got receipts for that. Never provided one receipt. That's the difference between Liler and Bri. Bri has a receipt for everything. She has a receipt for everything. And even if she didn't have a receipt, the state of Maryland has the rest of the receipts. Okay. So I've seen people say to me, oh, when Bri was on your channel, like there was one guy who said, oh, when Bri was on her channel, it was very biased. She never argued really anything that Bri said. I didn't have to argue her. You know why? I already knew her story up and down before she even said it to me, because I had already seen the court cases. So whatever Bri was going to tell me, if she told me something that didn't match the court cases or the court papers, yeah, I was going to be like, well, hold on. And I always ask different questions for clarity, but there was not one time that Bri lied to me. The story that Bri gave me, it was correct according to the state. Okay. Meanwhile, there's nothing to substantiate anything that Tyler says. Anything. He had no receipts. He basically spent 2.5 hours saying that Bri is gay, Bri has girlfriends, and that every time she had a girlfriend, she would push her out of his life, which we all have receipts to show that that's not true. Like we've proven that time and time again, but there's some clips I'm definitely going to play, because there's times when he says, oh, she has this girlfriend here, that girlfriend there. But then he also says, oh, but she has a fiance, and the fiance has been around since the kids were 1. Like he lies so much that he forgets the lies. Like, if you tell a little white lie here and there, you're going to stick to the little white lie. You get what I'm saying? Like, if you're telling people that you're a size 2, but you're really a size 4, that's a lie that you are going to be able to stick to, right? I'm a size 4, but, I'm going to tell people I'm a size 2, and ain't nobody going to check on me. Ain't nobody going to check me on that. But the way he is such a pathological, the lies, like, it's insane. All right, let's get into it. Brian McLight. What else did I want to say too? I said this to Laterras. Laterras is the host of the podcast. I said this to him personally. I did not like the interview. I didn't think that he did a good job as an interviewer. Yes, he did definitely create a space for Liler to tell his truth, which of course was going to be him lying. But I just I'm of the belief that when you platform certain people, you now put other people in harm's way. If you go under, like, especially on Instagram, you go under the comments, you will see a bunch of women, give him a chance. God is going to do this. God is going to do that. It's God. There's nothing too strong for God. I just feel like allowing somebody to continuously lie and then also covering them and saying, oh, well, the Bible says this, and kind of basically agreeing with the lie by using Bible verses. Now you're having all of these, and I hate to say this but it's the truth. You have all of these lost women who see a man uplifting another, and they see that you have this platform. So like, oh, well, you know what? If Laterras is uplifting him, then he's good. If he's using the Bible to uphold all these wrongdoings, then God's good. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I just feel that that's very dangerous. But Laterras told me that his platform is to let people share their truth. And he's not there to argue. He's not there to attack. And I just feel like holding someone accountable and telling them, hey, this is actually a lie, I don't think that's an attack. For instance, when Liler said that, you know what? Let's just start with the first lie that I want to debunk. That's what we'll do. We'll just start off with the debunks first. And y'all, while y'all are in the live, please hit the like button, please, so that the algorithm can see it. Other people can see it and the algorithm can do what it does. I do have a treat for y'all at the end of this, which is why I had to send things back, because it was taking a minute for me to get the video off my iPad. But I have a treat for y'all. Just stay tuned. I have a treat for y'all. But yeah, hit the like button. Okay, so let's go to... Okay. It's so funny because the first comment I see was this: like if you're only waiting for Jessie Woo's video. The way y'all were in these comments saying my name and saying Ricky's name, like, shout out to Storytime with Ricky, because she broke all of this first. So shout out to her first. I know she's probably on TikTok getting it in, but the way my sisters, the way my tribe don't fucking play. The tribe is strong, bitch. The tribe is a strong ass tribe, bitch. Okay, we in this thing. Okay. Let's go to the hold on. Not a commercial. Okay. Hold on. Okay. Hold on. Let me see if I can find the timestamp. Okay. So I'm going to jump around just a little bit. Okay. Just be patient with me. Okay.
What she has done to her husband. And I'm not going to speak on it. If I have to go.
Another thing too, I wanted to bring up, this man talked about a lot of shit that had nothing to do with those kids. He starts going in on Bry's mom and her marriage. That has nothing to do with those kids. We don't give a fuck. He started talking about how Bry's mom tried to beat the gay out of her, which I don't believe, because the way Bry's mom has stood on business, and I'm pretty sure that lady's probably on TikTok right now cussing Liler's ass out. I don't believe it. But even if her mother did, what that got to do with anything? That ain't got shit to do with shit. And so this is off the heels of him talking about Bry's mother's marriage. He did a lot of deflection. That's what liars do.
Go and speak on that, I will. But like I said, I'm not here to bash anyone, but just know she is not, and anyone that has interacted with her is not the best character of people. But I want to keep reiterating, I'm not here to smear anyone else's name. I just want to let
you know. We don't give a fuck. Get to the point.
Things being mentioned are just bold-faced lies.
Because, of course, as you begin to bring clarity.
Other things too. Another thing too, and I said this to Laterras. I didn't like how whenever Liler would just be deflecting, Laterras would come in and have a Bible verse or something of encouragement. I just didn't like it. But maybe that's his tactic to get Liler to continue to lie. So I can appreciate that. I guess, but still, it just creates a platform for someone to spread misinformation. I just don't like that. But yeah.
And I don't even want to use the word defend, but as you begin to give clarity about the truth in the situation, you will, you know, by default, you got to mention the other people that are spreading whatever it is. So we understand that.
Yeah.
When you look back and the other kids are born, how did these other, so now the ex, did they get a divorce when the wife comes back into play?
No. So all kids were born into a marriage.
Mind you, he says that Deshawn left the marriage and then came back. Deshawn was on my channel. She didn't say that at all. She left. She left for a baby moon. Then when she came back, she realized that they had been cheating. He was still sleeping with Bri. This is, remember on my live, she said that she knew that they were cheating. They were sleeping with each other. And so once the twins came back, the date of it was all off. The turkey basters had not worked. And so given Bri's timestamp for when she got pregnant with the twins, it was clear that Bri was still sleeping with this man. Okay. So let's continue.
And that marriage,
that same exact marriage, all the kids were born in that marriage.
So she came back, they patched things up, and then they say, what? We want to have it, we want some more kids?
No, so that's when they came back together, they were together for, I don't remember how long it was, but they were talking about expanding their family. And I'll be completely honest, I don't know the vials that I gave them or the capsules, how many they kept or what they had, or because how you keep them is on you. I don't know.
Hello. Sorry for correcting me. Yes, I meant the sun, but hello. That's not how that works. Hello. Guys, mind you, Tyler didn't go. Let me not say. Lila didn't go to a sperm bank. Okay. Lila and Bri and Deshawn were using the turkey baster method, which is why when Deshawn said the turkey baster method was not working, and when she saw that things between them were still, she came to the assumption that no, they were having sex. She came to that conclusion. Bri, who was also on my channel, admitted they had sex. She said it in her 4-part videos that she did on Instagram. She also said it when she was on my live. If you want to hear Deshawn for yourself, let me pull it up. Let me pull it up. Hold on. This man literally sat there with a straight face and said this. This man sat here with a straight face and said that. Hold on. Okay. I'm going to be jumping around just a little bit. Okay. Hold on. All right.
She was intimate with him. When I first met her and our relationship got serious, she told me that the only way she would have sex with a man is to conceive a child. I told her that we did not have to do that. We could turkey baster it. We could go to a bank. There's other options. And she was adamant that this was something she was comfortable with. But that's years later, we end up having Cairo. Fast forward, she was told, in that conversation, she also mentioned she wanted to have 2 kids by the time she turned 30. So when it comes time for her to get pregnant, she comes to me. She says 2 of my friends have volunteered to be our donor. Tyler was one of them. I told her I did not want a known donor. I wasn't comfortable with that. But again, it's an abusive relationship. I go along with whatever she says. It's her first.
We're going to get into that abuse too, because remember last live I said Lila's going to go on, Brian McLight is going to go on this podcast and lean into abuse. I said that in my last live and he did that. and I have a receipt that shows something that he said.
First child, like biological child too. So I just wanted her to have her experience how she wanted to have it. We tried it.
So you wanted to go to a, because that's the whole thing too. Is like, why? Because he made it seem that you guys couldn't afford a donor. Is that true?
No, that's not the case.
Okay, so you wanted to actually go the strict route with this, go to a donor hospital and do all that, but she said no, she wanted to do it with.
Yes, she chose Tyler of the two.
Did she actually do it the turkey baster way? Yes, or did they start having sex?
So that's where it gets messy. The first two times.
Why am I so fucking dramatic? Thank you so much, Lay, and thank you for all the super chats too. Essence, thank you for the super chat. Thank you so much for the super chat, y'all. I'm sorry that I'm missing y'all. But okay.
Tyler came to our house and he went in our bathroom downstairs. We had a half bathroom, and we gave him the cup. We had a whole contraption. Gave him the cup. He went in the bathroom, did whatever he did. He gave it to us. He would leave, and then we would go upstairs and finish the process. We did that 2 months in a row. Didn't work. I go out of town.
Hey!
I go out of town. He picks me up from the airport, and she goes in the bathroom. As soon as I come in the house, she goes to the bathroom. She comes out, pregnancy test, and she goes, "I'm pregnant." And I just broke down in tears because I already knew she cheated on me. I just knew. And again, abusive relationship. She cussed me out, went off. How dare you be upset that I am pregnant? You should be happy for me. This is our child, whatever. We go to urgent care to confirm the pregnancy because I've had a child before. I know at home test. Let's go see. She measures at 6 weeks pregnant. I wasn't out of town for 6 weeks.
Hey! How long were you out of town?
2 weeks at most. 10 days probably.
Now, I can't watch myself back. Please, just Jessica, you like, come on now. Hey. A lot of people didn't understand that, but again, remember, the turkey baster methods were not working. And whenever she was doing the tests, they were not showing up. Like, basically, and she goes into detail in it, basically, the timeline matches times when Deshaun felt that Bri was having sex with Liler, point blank, period. But I wanted to show you guys that because she says the turkey baster method was not working, but you have Liler who says that they kept the vials. They weren't using any vials. Common sense, common biology tells you sperm hits the air, it's done. That's why when you're having sex, the penis goes into the vagina and it keeps shooting the club up, okay? It's pew, 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 pew. You don't shoot around the club. You shoot in the club, okay? If you're going pew, 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 you do pew, pew, pew inside, okay? So, first lie, debunked. All right. And whenever Liler is asked if he slept with Bri, he never, ever, ever, ever answers the question. Let's continue.
But yeah, they came back and got together. They were trying to have a family together, trying to expand their family. And we're here now.
And so they said that they had that conversation with you, or did you just hear about, one of them called you and said that, or you just assume that they were wanting to expand their family?
Hold on. I'm trying to see. 1 hour, 3 minutes.
These are the moments.
Oh, Lord, not a commercial, child. Lord. Okay. Hold on. Okay.
Her fiance said, I'm not grateful for Tyler.
In front of the kids?
In front of the kids. So how can I fight that? You're going to be feeding them false information on me constantly and bashing me. So
in this moment too, he was talking about how basically he doesn't like that Bry's fiance is bashing him currently. I mean, who the fuck wouldn't bash you, bitch? Like, you went on an international platform and you denied their children. These people have to hunt you down for you to pay your child support. Who the fuck would be happy about that shit? That doesn't negate you having to pay your fucking child support, ho. That don't negate nothing.
Let me just back out. It looks bad, but that's not the life I see for myself when I see kids or wanting to raise kids or be around kids, when this woman is actively showing me that her family is with a woman and that they have that.
Also, too, he keeps using the fact that she's with a woman. The homophobia that hops out of this man's mouth and the way he leans into her sexuality in order to make it okay for him not to show up in these kids' lives is pretty ridiculous. Like, it is ridiculous.
And I want to be clear, these kids have been raised by women for the past 4 years. They go to her mom's house. They go on vacations together. That's not shown on the internet because people say I cleared my Instagram. No.
Pulling that up, I want you to answer this because she made the comment where she talked about the kids, the twins were conceived naturally. What do you say about that?
Let's say this. If she came out publicly and said that they weren't conceived naturally.
You see how he doesn't say yes or no? It's a simple yes or no. It's literally a simple yes or no. And by this time in the interview, I believe this was like the third time that Laterras asked him that. If somebody keeps asking you the same question in different ways, that should let you know two things. They think you're lying. Second thing, it's time to tell the truth. The way he tootsie rolls and pussy pops around this question, because he's a puss ass nigga, it's really ridiculous.
Kids, the twin. She made the comment where she talked about the kids, the twins were conceived naturally. What do you say about that?
Let's say this. If she came out publicly and said that they weren't conceived naturally, that they all were sperm donors, would you feel bad for her? I'm not going to put you in that position.
Yeah.
But would people feel bad for her? Would she have a court case? Would she be able to stand in court, and try to get money from me if she didn't say anything other than that?
Keep in mind, Bry has had Lila in court since last year. Just keep that in mind. No, actually, she's had him in court since the top of this year. My bad. Not since last year. Since the top of this year, because he went ghost on her. In my live with Dr. Simone, we break that down. She's been in court with him since before the show even aired, right? But now he's making it seem like she's trying to clout chase. She's trying to make people feel bad for her. Bitch, the only reason why Bry has had to say anything is because you went on the show and you lied. You omitted that you had children. You kept acting like you didn't have any children. You projected a desperation to have children. And all the while, you have 3 children who you once lived with. Puss asshole. So then you finally come clean. Well, sort of, kind of, because Ashley herself said on the Val Files, she had to have several conversations with you. And even him on this interview, he says, Ashley and him are still actively having conversations about this, because you better believe every time I've gone live, Ricky has gone live, anybody on TikTok has gone live, it brings something else to the table that he didn't tell her. And so you went on this show, you lied about abandoning children, then Ashley helped you lie about abandoning your children on the show and then also on the reunion. And so as a mother who didn't sign up to be on television, but yet their father goes on television and he gets to lie, why should she not come forward with the truth? And I'm gonna ask y'all in the chat, what clout does Bri get for this? What brand deals is Bri gonna get? He kept saying, "Oh, her page is verified." Baby, nowadays Instagram verifies anybody with a following. You don't even have to approve it. They just see all the commotion on your page and they verify you. Thank you, Kim. I haven't watched Ashley's stories. I actually blocked her today. I blocked her and Liler. I don't want to see, like, after this, I do not want to see these scumbags on my timeline. But I feel both of y'all are scum and y'all both deserve each other. Please stay together forever. KB, he's playing mind games, trying to get the host to come to his own conclusions. Right. But the way he keeps trying to skate around it instead of just saying yes or no.
Would she now have a public page that is verified? Would she have any of these other things?
Oh, he mad she got verified. Liler is so upset that she got verified. Thank you. I come in peace. I low-key blame Netflix. He said they recruited him from LinkedIn. They should be doing background checks. Ashley should sue. Her most recent post in Insta is showing she is slowly seeing the light, though. I don't know. I blocked her, so I wouldn't know. But I already told y'all. And he did say in the interview that Netflix reached out to him on LinkedIn, and also that I already did another live where I showed you guys that the creator of the show, Chris Colleen, said that they did a background check on Liler. So when they did a background check on Liler, they saw that he had 7 evictions, and his last eviction was in September, the same month he flew out to go do the show. They saw that. They also saw that he had multiple lawsuits with multiple civil suits with other people, including women who he owed money to. They saw all that. Oh, and speaking of Netflix too, just so y'all know, not Netflix. I'm sorry. I'm not coming for Netflix. I'm coming for Love is Blind. My bad. I'm holding Love is Blind accountable, not Netflix. I have a really good relationship with folks at Netflix. So I just want to make that clear. I have no smoke for Netflix. Netflix is just the distributor to this show. Just want to make that clean and clear. I was just at a Netflix event last night. I got a free Lotto concert last night. I need to upload. Okay. This is all Love is Blind. The creator of Love is Blind, Chris Colleen, said that they did a background check. They saw all that. They saw that he was a romance scammer. They saw that he was a financial abuser. They saw that he was looking for a home. He had a place to stay. They saw that. And they still decided to put him on the show because they are a docuseries. Okay. And I would tell Ashley to sue too, but no, because the way she's been windmilling and the way she went on the Vive Files and lied on Bri when she said Bri reached out to apologize to her, it wasn't true. I showed you guys those text messages as well. So to me, they're birds of a feather. Okay. So anyway, he lied about that. What's another lie that I wanted to debunk? Oh, Brian needs to drop them screenshots of him telling her that Coochie was fire. She really should, because this man loved he loved fucking Brian. They was fucking. Let me play this snippet. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, I got it. Lord. I wish I could just download all the, but I can't, chat. Hold on. Okay. And I've seen some other people talk about this too, saying, you know what, you know how much it took for Bri to come forward, especially as a masculine presenting woman, to admit that she was having sex with a man. As a vagina.
Yeah.
They're gay. Why? But another
admirable.
It's amazing what he did. And also too, this is another point too. I feel that, and no disrespect to you, Bri, but I feel that if Bri's sexuality was not a focal point, that half of these discussions, I feel like Ashley wouldn't even be bringing them up, because it's the whole, oh, they're lesbians. It's a lesbian couple. It's a lesbian couple. Hey, they're gay. She's gay. She's gay. And it's like,
with a woman. Yeah.
Bri has a vagina. Oh, I didn't realize she laughed.
Yeah.
She has a vagina. It's, guys, sexuality is a spectrum.
Yeah.
Sexuality is a spectrum. We are all, some of us are over here, some of us are over here, some of us drift, some of us are in the middle. Like, it's a spectrum. Yeah. And again, no disrespect to you, Bri. Bri's fine as hell.
The amount of people that have said that in my comments is insane, actually.
Bri look good. They was fucking. They was fucking. Them kids came because they was fucking, guys. Vagina, penis, you know, hot. I didn't realize she laughed because she stayed so serious. She stayed so serious that entire interview. I didn't realize that she laughed. But they was fucking. They was fucking. Bri was throwing that pussy. Bri was throwing that pussy. And you know what Lala was doing? He was catching that pussy. Bri was, and Lala was, he was catching that pussy. Okay? Pussy gets thrown, pussy get caught. Pussy get thrown, pussy what? Get caught. All right? What's another part that I want to debunk too? But it just, Bri gets nothing for coming forward and talking about this. She's not going to get, she's not going to go on TV. The girl risked losing her job to say all this. She said this on our live, and you know who else said this? Liler. Let me play it for you. Hold on. He said it. Hold on. Why am I hungry? You know what? I just had me a little smoothie, whatever. I'm trying to trim down, child. Me and my man. I got some things lined up for him for his birthday, child. So I'm trying to be snatched. Okay. All right. Listen to him.
You're getting on lives. When were you private? Before I went on the show?
Does she have a good job?
Have a family, protect your family at certain points. For you to get on live and try to trash me, you were never a friend.
No.
Bri hasn't done one live. Now she did an interview with me, and she uploaded her 4-part series, but she never was on TikTok. There's a part where he was talking about her going on TikTok live. She's never done that. You can't find it.
I was just a come up, and you were.
He just be lying,
waiting to figure out how to cash out.
Yeah,
because there was no plans for me ever to be on TV, and for you to say I'm a private person, but now your Instagram's public, and now you're verified.
He mad as hell that lady got a blue check. Baby, Brian Light wanted to be the only celebrity. Bitch, how the fuck I'm the one who go on the show And I present myself to these people as a person that's not a piece of shit, while I am a piece of shit, but now you get support? Bitches is supporting you? Bitches is flocking to your ass? He even mentioned the donations we did. When I tell you, Brian MCLight is big man. Oh, li fâché, ewo, li fâché, ewo. That bitch is big mad. Cash out on what? What is she cashing out on, sir? What brand deals is she getting? What talk show has she gone on? Matter of fact, the real tea is you mad you not cashing out. He talked about that too. I caught that shit too. Hold on.
And now you're getting on lives. When were you private? Before I went on the show?
Does she have a good job?
Oh yeah, she works. The crazy thing is she's in a top secret clearance job in the military where she shouldn't even be putting her business out there like that. It's a very secret top job.
Really?
Trust me, it's called the dark side. You can't, it's not, I can't even give you content on what she does because it's so top secret. So for her blast her life out there, she wouldn't have been able to go do a show like this.
Well,
so again, I have to ask the court. I have to ask the people. Why would Bri, who has a top secret job that you can't even tell us the contents of, why would she risk that? Like, he really thinks he's eating. Why would she risk that? Because she gonna stand 10 toes down about her kids. You're on television lying on her children. And so she's standing 10 toes down about her kids. You just mad that bitches is flocking to her page and like, oh, hold on. She kind of fine. Hold on. No, wait a minute. Oh, wait, no. Look at all these receipts she got. Oh, no. Wait a minute. He lied. So why would she risk a top secret job to lie? Somebody make that make sense. Thank you. I come in peace. We sent Ashley out to I can't. Thank you. Why would she risk that to lie? In this economy. He's mad that you gave her out her Cash App. Yep. He called it the GoFundMe. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get to that too. Matter of fact, let's just get to it right now. Hold on.
You would just be like, look, Tyler walked away. Okay, with
ask you this.
He's so upset too that Bri is not letting him rest. He really wants, because you're gonna hear him say, he really wants her to be like, you know what? You don't want to be in these kids' lives, then fine then. No, bitch, you can walk off, but your pockets can't. Bitch, this is America. Child support. Just because you want to decide that you no longer want to be in your children's lives, that means nothing. That means nothing to the court of Maryland, to the state of Maryland. That means nothing to the Supreme Court and all the judges. And you can go, but your posture, ya puede, namuda. You can leave a war. You can leave today, but your pockets will stay a war. You can leave, your pockets staying, bitch. A war.
Is she trying to get child support on all 3 kids?
yes.
Really?
Yeah. Yep. She wants, and it's a money thing. And it's because if you were okay with your family and what you have going on, you would just be like, look, Tyler walked away. I don't want anything to do with it. She won't do that because it's more
That makes no sense. He really thinks because she's gay and she has a girlfriend or a girl fiance that she should be okay with that and that he should not be responsible. The way the court system is going to pull up this video, Liler, Brian McLight, you know you will never rest, right? This makes no sense. You can't just decide that you're not going to be financially responsible for these kids that you fucked her for. That's not how that works. That's why she's filing child support for all 3 of those kids. What cash out? What payday is coming? You owe her $30,000. You owe her $30,000 for 7 years. Hold on. Let's do some quick math. Hold on. Basket. $30,000 divided by 7. You owe her $4,280 per year. She ain't even asking for a lot. Brian's better than me. Because what the fuck you can do for a child for $4,000 a year? What can you do for a child for $4,000 a year? Let's just say for the last 2 years. If we just calculate the last 2 years, or him, he said he hasn't been in their lives for 4 years. We debunked that in one of my lives, and we're gonna debunk it again. But let's say $30,000 for the last 4 years. That's $7,000 and that's $7,500 per year. She not even asking for you're thinking that you are eating. Your plate is full, bitch. It's fucking full.
There's people donating online. This woman said that her ex-wife said she beat her. So now we just created domestic violence GoFundMe. What are we talking about here?
Mind you, so this is not the first time he brings up domestic violence, but he's mad that we did the Cash App. He mad. When I tell you this is a bitter baby daddy, Liler is so upset that Bri got more money in Cash App donations than he got from the show. Mi fâché. Ou fâché? Thank you so much, Lena. Exactly. Ou fâché? Because we all saw the pic. You didn't get more than $8,000 from the show. I'm going to tell y'all something, and I'm not even saying this to gloat. And y'all know I don't ever use, if you follow me on socials, I never talk about money. I never talk about the money I make. And I'm not saying this to slight Bri. I did this because I truly felt horrible for Bri. And because I felt that, damn, I done did all this content around this. I felt bad. I gave Bri $1,000. I gave her $1,000. Here goes some Christmas money for the kids. I gave her $1,000. That's already more than 10% of what Liler got from Love is Blind. Not going to tell you what else she got. And rightfully so. You know what the problem is? You were banking on the fact that Black people weren't going to care about Black children. You were banking on that. And when you saw that people not only cared about her and those kids and that they flocked to her, that fucking pissed you off. That's the truth. You were banking on that. You know who else was banking on that? Love is Blind. Love is Blind was banking on the fact that the world doesn't care about Black children. And the world doesn't. And I know some of y'all are going to say, oh, but they're multicultural. Yes. But you know what? They're Black adjacent. And now you have Tyler who has a Black wife. So they're looking at these people. These are just some nigga kids. It's a bunch of nigga kids. They do that in the nigga families. They ain't got no daddies anyway. I ain't had no daddy when I was growing up. Hey, that's why I want. They was banking on that shit. They was banking on the Tierra Marie type shit. The vibes. The Tierra Marie vibes. You were banking on that. And that shit came back to bite you in the ass. People saw them kids and they were like, oh no. And Love is Blind did a good job of sending y'all separately on different interviews and stuff like that, to where people wouldn't ask you certain questions. But bitch, not me. Love is Blind set up this interview too. Love is Blind set up this interview too. They begged for this interview because they wanted to appeal to the Black community. All of these shows, they know how important the Black community is. And they thought that they were going to give us this Black love story. Yes, yes, yes. The Love is Blind, the pariah lady, the PR lady, she the one who set this up. The lady who's linked in that I showed y'all, yeah, she the one that set this up. Yeah. She went from avoiding Black platforms to, let me send them to a Black platform now because the Blacks don't like this. The Blacks actually care about Black kids. Oh my God. Let me send them to a Black platform. Let me send them to a Black platform. Yeah. 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 I told y'all I was going to send y'all into a crisis. I said that. And I've done a very good job of doing it. All right. What else did I want to debunk, child? I'm gonna be on your ass. I'm gonna be on your ass like a hawk. Miss P, I'm gonna be on your ass like a hawk. What else? We talked about the fact that he was reached out to on LinkedIn. He also talked about the fact that he does the drywalls. They were talking about the fact that, he ain't got no job or whatever, but he said that now he's running this fancy drywall company. Laterras did ask him, how'd you go from nuclear security to accounts manager when the show came out to now you're in sales? Because now he's in sales now for the drywalls. And it was funny because he still didn't admit that he was just a security officer. And I thought that was funny. One thing about Tyler, he's going to stay consistent and he's going to consistently lie. Remember when he was on the show with Ashley's father, he told Ashley's father, I'm in nuclear security. And Ashley's father was like, oh, so you're in computers. You're smart. He's like, yeah, I'm in computer. People hear the nuclear and they just assume that, oh no, this is a high tech or a tech level type of position. They're not thinking that you're actually just a security guard. He was just a security guard, point blank, period. Okay. What else did I want to say? He also kept talking about the fact that, the reason why he never talked about having the kids was because he wanted to protect that family. Bitch, you want to protect you. You wanted to become famous. And you thought you could do it by just leaving those kids alone. Like, it just was ridiculous. Let me see. Okay, this is where I wanted to go. I got to go back a little bit. Hold on. Oh no, he didn't talk about the evictions. Honestly, I made it to like 1 hour 50 and I just couldn't do anymore. I didn't see him talk about evictions.
You are 27, 28-ish, making this decision. You
donate if you're around your daughter that came from her wife on her side. And I was around her all the time.
Okay, this is where it is.
Twins.
Yeah, yep. So
the twins are girls.
Yes, twin girls, yep. And she's trying to convince the kids that, who I am because I wasn't around. And it's a very sticky situation because I don't feel like a father. And I've told this to Bri herself that I don't feel like a father. What I feel like is a glorified babysitter that you need money from.
What I feel like is a glorified babysitter that you need money from. When I tell you this man is nasty, nasty. 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 And then he tried to make Bri look bad for saying that the children were a mistake. Remember when she was on my live, she was like, yo, like, we were having sex. I didn't expect to get pregnant. The kids were a mistake. This is what he does with that.
Another example, the terrible thing that people are running with. You're saying sperm babies. Don't call them sperm babies. Her mom, I don't know where we heard that from. Again, I didn't watch it. I'm just telling off what I heard. Bride then gets on live and say they were mistakes.
She said that on her channel? Or
no, on live. She was on live with someone.
She wasn't on live with someone. She was on live with Jessie Woo, bitch. Say my motherfucking name, puss ass hoe. You know what motherfucking name I carry, bitch. Say my motherfucking name, hoe. You kept referring to my content so many times. Why you couldn't say my name, say my name? And then he also like threw some shade in there too, like, oh, you know, Tyler hate content, you know, y'all need that or something like that. It's like, bitch, I've been covering Love is Blind for 7 years, for 7 seasons. Bitch, I'm still gonna be getting to this content. Nobody's gonna give a fuck about you next week. We're gonna talk about that court case though in February. Thank you, JG. Tyler didn't think Bri would ever expose him. Oh yeah. Remember, he also told Bri, if you say something, I'm going to delete myself. He was banking on the fact that Bri and her mother would never say anything, because then he told them that he was going to get rid of himself. And side note, one thing, me and Ricky had a lot of conversations. Ricky was going to expose that. And I was like, no, you need to let the mom say that. Don't be the one to say that. Let the mom say that. Let Bri say it. You never want to be responsible for speaking on something like that, because there is a chance that he could have did it. But I told her, I know Lilar's type. I know Brian McLight's type. I know that type. They just do that so people don't know the truth. That's all it is. They don't want you to tell the truth. When I exposed the pastor swindler 2-3 years ago, he did the same thing. Oh, I'm going to delete myself. Delete yourself. Delete yourself. Do it. He ain't do it. They never do it. They never do it. It is emotional manipulation. They sure are, Tammy. Thank you. But yeah.
And she said that the twins were mistakes. So imagine these kids growing up with someone.
She said that on her channel? Or
no, on live and say they were mistakes.
She said that on her channel? Or
no, on live. She was on live with someone. And she said that the twins were mistakes. So imagine these kids growing up watching their mom.
She's saying that basically y'all had relations, as old folks say, and she got pregnant.
Moments make up the story of your life.
So he's trying to use that as her kind of basically saying, oh, these kids were mistakes. No. Y'all have heard people say this before. I had a oops baby. Y'all have heard people say that before, please.
Mistake.
Well, she called it oops. We got some oopses.
Imagine if your mom or my mom got online and said, you were a mistake.
Oh, it crushed me.
So that's what I'm saying. So you can't, I just want to be clear that it stopped being about the kids a long time ago. Because you slip up on your smear Tyler campaign, you slip up and your character your mask slips up a couple times.
I think what she was saying, and the mistake was it wasn't a planned pregnancy. And so a lot of times people say words that be like, that's not the best word to say, because if I was a kid and I heard you say it was a mistake, then I feel like my life is a mistake. So.
And of course, like it's not a thing that a child wants to hear, but raise your hand if you heard people say this before. There are a lot of people out here who have had a oops baby. You didn't expect to get pregnant, especially like women who are in certain journeys. Mind you, she said this about the twins. She had already been going through so much with Lilar with the son. So I don't think in her mind that she was looking forward to having more children, but at the same time, more children with him, but at the same time, y'all was fucking. Thank you. I see the hands. I see the hands. I see the hands. I see the hands. It doesn't mean that he really is he is scrambling. He is scrambling. All right, let's continue. So What else? What else? I'm trying to say. Okay, he says that there were multiple times in the interview where he made it seem like he was not in the children's life like that. I wonder if this is.
I haven't been actively involved. I know that's what's running around on the internet, but I haven't. I was around the son a lot more, only because we were living in the same building.
All right. So he just said he wasn't actively in their lives, right? Okay. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. So you just heard him say he wasn't active in their lives, right?
Let's do this. I wasn't an active parent.
So how often did you see this kid weekly?
The son at first, I would say I was seeing him more recently, 4 or 5 times a week. Right.
So you weren't an active father, but you would see your son 4 to 5 times a week. At the 23 mark, he says he wasn't an active father. Then here at the 57 mark, what Laterras does that is really good, though, he comes back around. And he'll ask you the same thing. Laterras never asked them if they lived together. And I will say this, Laterras told me that he didn't watch any of my interviews. He didn't watch any of the stuff from Storytime with Ricky. He didn't watch any of our lives until after he did this interview. So, and I told him, I'm like, I mean, why would you not do that research before doing an interview? Like, I'm not going to do an interview like this without doing the research. That just doesn't make sense to me. But anyway, he comes back around. Remember, we just heard him say, I wasn't active in their lives.
Him. Twins were, I was seeing him more recently, 4 or 5 times a week, right? Him. Twins were born after, when they're around, when they were babies from 0 to 6 months. I've seen them pretty frequently, Monday through Friday.
What does that sound like, y'all? Essence, thank you so much. I love you. Thank you so much. Love that you felt compelled to give gift bride because you felt you benefited. I did. I felt bad. I did. That's why I'm like, I'm not saying that to boast. I'm saying that, like, these are kids. Like, if there was no kids involved, but because they were kids, I was like, nah, let me get this lady some Christmas money for them kids. I can't. But let's rewind that. He said he wasn't active in their lives. Okay? Let's rewind that.
Let's do this. I wasn't an active parent.
So how often did you see this kid weekly?
The son at first, I would say I was seeing him more recently, 4 or 5 times a week, right? Him.
4 or 5 times a week. That sounds like activity to me. That sounds like activity to me. That sounds like a daddy. What that sound like to y'all? That sound like a daddy. The son.
Twins were born after, when they're around, when they were babies from 0 to 6 months. I've seen them pretty frequently, Monday through Friday.
What that sound like, y'all? Yeah, that sounds like a daddy. Whoa. That's a daddy. That's a daddy. Why? A father. Wait, somebody put in the chat. Hold on. A father. What that sound like? Child support. What that sound like? Child support. Liler, you are the father. He the pappy. You the pappy. You the pappy. Hold on. I'm in medicine. I want to address Tyler saying Bri and her wife may have kept the vow of sperm. That is not true. Sperms don't last. Girl, we already talked about that, child. I got my building out of science guy on. But thank you so much for the super chat. We already exposed that, child. Hello, yeah, you sound like your daddy. Hello. See, this is why we need to bring back the Maury Show, Jenny Jones, Ricky Lake. Them motherfuckers had lie detector tests. The lie detector test says we need to bring back lie detector tests. Maybe that's what I need to do when I'm interviewing bitches. Lie detector tests. He lying. But Laterras, even though I told him my gripes with the interview, but he is good at coming back around and asking you the same question in another way. He does it several times. And every time he does it, Liler gives a different answer. Every time. Every time. You just saw it. Every time. Hello. Shine Ronnie, thank you so much. Give Lila a dictionary to learn some definitions. Cha. Oh, hold on. We might have a guess. Hold on. How do I shut a live? If I'm already in here? Hold on. Oh, Laterras is here? I don't see him. I don't see Laterras. Where he at? I don't see him. Okay, let me see if this guest gonna come in, child. Hold on. Okay. What else? Oh, this is another one. This actually might be my favorite. Hold on. Because this motherfucker said that he was not involved in any pregnancies, right? But hold on. Let me see if I could send this to, I thought I sent it to myself, child. Hold on. Well, you know what? I ain't gotta send it to myself. I could just show it to y'all in the camera. Hold on. Okay, this is it. Okay. Hold on. Okay.
Person in their life, you're seeing her, every other week or every other day, or talking to her daily. What was that relationship like?
No, so it wasn't like I went along with the pregnancy. None of the pregnancies did I ever go process day in, day out with. And no, we all lived in the same building. So I lived down on the first floor. Her and her wife lived on the third floor. So we would hang out. We would do game nights. All friends would come over. It was it was still a friendship. Once I helped them and Bride did become pregnant, the relationship didn't change at all. I still was just hanging around them as if they were my friends. I would talk to them once a week. What are y'all doing Saturday? We're going to come over. So we would drink, not her because she was pregnant, but she would drink, her wife would, and we would hang out just to be in company.
Were you in a relationship at that time?
No, I wasn't.
So when were you allegedly?
Actually, this is a good part. This is actually a very good part, but we'll get back to, don't let me forget when he said he was never involved in any of the pregnancies. But this is a good part because we're going to catch him in another lie. This is when he talks about, Laterras brings up the whole fiance situation that he brought to the gender reveal.
Engaged with another woman at that time.
That was the end of 2016.
And so in 2016, was the child, she was still pregnant with the child, right?
No. She wasn't pregnant or didn't have the kid until September. I don't remember it's September, but I'm trying to think if it was 2018 or 2017. It was around that time.
So the narrative that's going out where you took your then fiance to a baby shower, what are they referring to?
No, she wasn't at a baby shower. Me and Ashley talked about this. I've never went to a baby shower with her, and that.
Mind you, the fiance dropped the receipts to that too. We see that was all over TikTok. When Deshaun was on my live, she said he brought the fiance to it wasn't a baby shower though. The thing with him too, he's using his words. He's saying it wasn't a baby. We didn't go to a baby shower. He never says, I don't think Laterras even knew to say gender reveal, but that's how he lies with this. Everybody's lying. That's another thing about this interview. Everybody's lying on Liler. This man doesn't take accountability for one thing. Everybody's lying. The fiance lying. Bride's lying. Deshaun lying. Ashley lying. Them kids lying. Everybody is lying. Everybody's lying.
That situation, which is extremely wild. She's the one who cheated. I have the receipts for those as well. She's the one who cheated.
He never provides the receipts.
And then we stopped living there. Me and my ex-fiance was living together. I caught her texting her ex, is what it was, which a lot of people don't know.
He's always a victim.
And there are receipts for that. And there's a lot of deep, dark secrets that people are trying to spill about me where I'm like, they're not true, but I have a lot on you and your family.
Where's Deshaun? Wait, y'all saying Deshaun's in here? Hold on. Wait a minute. You know what? Before we even continue seeing this, I just want to play y'all this because in the interview, he said he was never involved in any of the pregnancies. This is him and Bri down to the doctor's office. He's holding the camera. You hear him, right? Did you hear him? Bri, look up, Bri. Say cheese. It's very faint, but you hear his voice. You hear his voice. Okay, that's him. Also, this is him when the twins were born. Hold on. This is him with the twins. Okay. Somebody said he said he was at 2 appointments though. Yeah, he checked himself later on and said like he was saying he wasn't involved. Then later on he's like, oh, I'm in two appointments. He lied. He still lied and then tried to check himself because he knew we had the pictures. Just like we had this picture right here. Okay? Just like how we had this picture right here. You the pappy. But let's talk about the fiance. Hold on.
So, like I said, I didn't come here to trash anyone, and I will keep that person's name out of it completely just because.
Of course, and you should.
She hasn't come public and said her name, but I know she's been sending little subliminals. But I've never cheated on her. So
her saying that you came, so which baby shower are they talking about? Allegedly. Are they talking about the first child?
Yes.
And they saying that you were engaged, you took your fiance to this baby shower, not letting your fiance know that you were in fact the donor of said child.
No.
They just made this whole story up.
When we were done, the thing is, what's being ran around is that I did that, she found out, and she left me.
Right.
No, that's not what happened. We were done. I gave her the common courtesy of like, hey, when it was time after Bride's wife left, me and Bride talked like, hey, I'll step into his life and do all these things. Me and my ex-fiance were already done and broken up. I gave her the courtesy. I still have that receipt as well. Hey.
He never provides a receipt. I ain't never seen a motherfucker have so many receipts and not provide one receipt. I ain't never seen a motherfucker have so many receipts and provide not one receipt. The way I would have been like, Receipt 1, receipt 2. Like what? What? No receipts. Where are the receipts? I have the receipts for that too. Where are the receipts? Where are the receipts? But mind you, he says, oh, she cheated on him. She cheated on him. They were done, but he gave her the courtesy after they were done to know that he was having a baby. That don't even make no damn sense.
This is what happened. I'm just letting you know. How dare you? You're dead to me. All these things. We were already not living together. We were already on bad terms because she had cheated. We weren't together. She had cheated. She was still trying to get me back. But I stepped back. I was hands off. Like, I'm good. I don't want to be with you anymore. I said I would try, but you, in your 20s, someone cheats on you, your whole world's over. Oh, and I don't want no part of it. Yeah. We were living together. And again, people can deny it. I have them.
Well, I'm gonna ask you to show it to me a little bit. The question is,
he never showed them. He never showed these receipts. Everybody's lying. Everybody's lying on Taylor. What's his name? Everybody's lying on Lala. Everybody lies on Lala. Ooh, yeah. Everybody lying. Just everybody's just lying. Tout moun a bay menti. Tout moun a bay menti. Everybody lying. Kalia, in the LIB honeymoon episode, there were 2 names tatted on his shoulder. I'm gonna do you one better. She says in the LIB honeymoon episode, there are 2 names tatted on his shoulders. I bet that's the twin names. I'm gonna do you one better. Remember in the honeymoon episode, Ashley was like, you gonna tattoo my name on your chest? He's like, yeah, I'm gonna tattoo it right here. He never got the tattoo. Hey! He never got the tattoo. He was lying to Ashley from just lying. If Brian McLight is breathing, he lying. If he's breathing, he lying. Okay. What else did I want to say though? But yeah, he's calling the fiance a liar. Wait, what? Was this it when he was calling the fiance a liar too? Yeah, he called the fiance a liar. Basically, called her a liar too. Oh, he says this. Hold on. Hold on. Oh Lord, this is a lot to go through, child. Not another commercial, child. Lord. Let me see what y'all saying in the chat. Lara is disgusting, that's obvious, but let's not act like Bride's a saint either, because the way she treated her ex-wife was reprehensible. That's something I did want to talk about too. A lot of y'all, and I said this in my last slide, but I'm actually going to do y'all one better than that, because in here he leaned on domestic violence a lot, right? And I have to ask, if Bride was this abuser, why did you help her in court? Why did you help her push her wife out so that you can get custody in court? And his whole thing is, oh, I was just helping a friend. I'm a people pleaser. Is people pleasing in the room with us? Because nobody's pleased. Bride not pleased. Deshaun not pleased. They mama's not pleased. The kids ain't pleased. We ain't pleased. Love is Blind ain't pleased. Which is why they haven't sent you and Ashley anywhere special. Taylor and Garrett have been doing big press. You and Ashley are doing she did Vow Files. That was the biggest platform she did. And you doing Dear White People Podcast. And that's no shade. But y'all haven't had like no Good Morning America. Y'all haven't had no Good Day. Y'all, they're not pushing y'all. Side note, they really wanted this to be like the Black love story. They should have put that effort behind Tiffany and Brett from season 4. I'm pretty sure now they're like, damn, we fucked up. We actually should have gave that Black couple that literally was chef's kiss. We should have gave them that attention. No, they want to be able to do that with y'all, but they can't, because the public, the general consensus is we don't fuck with deadbeats. Period. We don't fuck with deadbeats.
So the
Proper
reality,
paperwork.
exactly. So what did y'all have? So you take me back there. What was y'all agreement?
We sit down, talk. It's me, her, and her wife, Brian, her wife.
Their
Paperwork.
the extent that it needed to be had.
That's the problem.
That's the problem. And so the
Proper
reality,
paperwork.
Just want to put that there. They're talking about the fact that there was no paperwork. And honestly, too, this situation shed light on the fact that a lot of y'all don't know how donating, being a donor works. If you're going to be a donor, you have to have paperwork for that. Which is why, like, that you're going to be a donor, you have to have paperwork for that. And once you donate, you're done. There is no, I'm gonna see these children 4 to 5 times a week and then decide because their baby mama has a girlfriend this week, I'm not going to be in their lives. That's just not how that works. That's not how that works. But there's a moment where he says, I'm trying to see where he says it, but hold on. Oh, does he? I feel like he says it around here.
exactly. So what did y'all have? So you take me back there. What was y'all agreement?
We sit down, talk. It's me, her, and her wife, Brian, her wife, and wasn't like it's a couple. You know, that immature mistake.
Unsigned, still delivered. Whose name is on that birth certificate?
Her wife's.
So her wife's name is on the birth certificate.
Yes. So
you uncle.
Laterras never asked about the twins. We know why the wife's name is on the birth certificate for the son, because they were still married, and that was supposed to be a donator situation. But Laterras never asked him about the twins. If he would have asked him that, Tyler would have had to say, my name is on the twins' birth certificate. But they never addressed that. Y'all keep saying Laterras is here. I don't see him. Let me. Do he want to come in to the? Do he want to come in? Child, I don't know what's going on. Oh, I see. Wait. Hey, Laterras. Mind you, Laterras and I had a phone call, and on that phone call, okay, you want to come in? Okay. On that phone call, Laterras connected me to one of Tyler's victims. He connected me to one of Lila's victims. I'm gonna see if he wants to talk about it. If he does join the chat. But he connected me to one of Lila's victims. She just doesn't. I think she did a TikTok live where she talked about it before, but I don't know if she would want to come forward. But make a long story short, she's very pissed because in the interview, Lila makes it seem as though, oh, this person said I owe them all this money, but you were asking me to put a baby in you. The girl was trying to do whatever she could to stay close to him so he could give her the rest of his money, of her money. And she knew the only way to get close to Liler is to throw some pussy at him. It sucks, but basically just dangling some coochie at him. And mind you, by the time she did dangle the coochie at him, she had already been given her judgment by the court. Hold on. Oh, I wanted to go on this. Oh, yes. Child,
Conversations of, let's clear this up as well. The text message of Ashley's not my type.
Oh, so you sent the, they said the text message, who sent to who?
That I sent to Bri. So they were saying that she's not my type and all these other things. And I'm going to go through what led up to last year, because people are blaming the show that I left the kids for the show and did all these other things.
Yes.
I just want to make sure I touch on these certain points. Ashley, being my type, part of going on the show was
to date somebody outside your type.
So, and I've told everyone knows that I've had a type, right?
What is your type? Little light skin?
That's who I used to date all the time. Yep. But what I
mind you, if you're on TikTok too, there was a whole TikTok controversy last week. I didn't cover it, but last week where people had dug up all of Tyler's likes, and they were all very, very young, light, bright women. It was so ridiculous. But let's pull up this receipt. Hold on. Okay, so this is it right here. This is the text that he's talking about. Okay, this is the text that he's talking about. Remember too, he said that, all these people are saying that I abandoned the kids for the show. We're gonna look through these text messages. You did abandon the kids from the show. Like, you went ghost after you came back from the show. But this is him directly after the show. I see you, Ricky. Just give me in one moment. Let me just go through this. But I see you. Just want to tell you, I see you. First of all, we see this is September 28th last year. Okay. This was him at his son's game. The very inactive father who said he wasn't seeing the kids like that. But then he said he was seeing the kids 4 to 5 times a week. And this was him being an active father. He's at his kid's game, his son's game. Okay. These are all text. This is him on the flight. Texting with Bri. She's telling him how she supports him, excited for him. Okay. All right. Now we're going to go to where he says, hold on. I see y'all. I'm going to accept y'all. I just want to show everybody, because he brings this up on Laterras's, you also see Bri sending videos of the kids to him. Hey, we just want to wish you happy birthday. And he's not responding. Hold on. Lord. Where is it, child? Okay. You see this right here? Well, I want you to know more. This is Bri. I want to know more. LOL. How's it going with y'all? Now that y'all have y'all seen each other? This is crazy. She's very supportive of his Love is Blind journey. He says, it's cool. She doesn't look like anyone I've ever dated. I'll just say that. Laughing emoji. But so damn nice. See, even when he's with Laterras, he doesn't even say that the way he said it in the text. She doesn't look like anyone I've ever dated. I'll just say that. Laughing emoji, but so damn nice. Okay. That's shading her looks. That is shading her looks. Point blank, period. He didn't like how she looked. And of course, yes, love is blind for you to date people that are outside your type, but so damn nice. Okay. All right. Let me get my guest on the stage, child. Hold on. Hey girl, how you doing?
Hey girl, I was on live on TikTok. They're like, you and Jesse are live at the same time. Like,
Period.
Oh my God.
Girl.
It was a mess.
It was a mess. But you know what? I have another guest I'm going to invite in.
Oh, who you got?
Hold on. I'm gonna get the man himself, the legend, the myth, whose interview we're going over. The one, the only Mr. Dear Wifey podcast himself.
Yeah!
What's up?
Period.
I feel like I'm in the lion's den right now, so
You are. You catching a lot of heat along with Lila, and I've said it already in my live that, but I said this to you too. I said that.
Conversation. Like we could.
Yeah.
You can't.
Yes. Yeah, I felt that Lila was able to just keep lying, but I've also said this in the live that I like that you would spin the block and ask questions again. And that's where you'd be able to catch him. So it's like, I can appreciate that aspect. I just don't like when men like this get a platform, because I just feel like in the name of healing and being godly, I just feel like there's so many impressionable women out there who will watch this and be like, oh, you know what? Well, you know, Laterras is a godly man. So, you know, he got Laterras godly too. I just feel like it just gives them a space to continue to do this shit.
And so I think the opposite. The opposite meaning that if everybody was doing their dirt in private, it would never be exposed. The reason why the whole Diddy stuff is making finally headlines is because for all these years he's been doing stuff covertly, and now it's exposure. So I believe you give people, it was an old saying that old people used to say, give a person enough rope to hang themselves. That's what I believe in. And so I don't need to attack anybody. My platform isn't set up to attack people or find out if they telling the truth and feel like they telling a lie. I let them tell the truth. As you saw at the very beginning of the interview, I said, I'm not interested in your truth. I'm interested in the truth. And I said, do I have your buy-in at that? He said, yes. At that point, whatever he decided to tell is what he decided to share, whether it's the truth or a lie. And then I let people like you and Storytime go do what y'all do and go do y'all investigative reporting and then find out what's the truth and the lie. But my platform is the platform that I have, that I allow safe spaces for all parties, men and women. And so when it's a man that has a racially charged persona where they come on the podcast and people have already did a ton of content about them, it wouldn't make any, if I set up the heart posture to get him to sit on this couch and then I'm attacking him, that interview would have been 5 minutes. And so, because the guy ain't gonna let you just attack him like that. So he'll be like, man, forget it, bro. Like, we're gonna end up going to blows or something. We're gonna end up fighting. So you can't do that. You gotta let somebody have their time, say whatever they want to say, and then y'all can go back and piecemeal it together, say that was a lie, that's a lie. And what I kept doing, which I'm glad you were able to see, is that I kept asking the question 2 or 3 different ways to get him to give 3 or different responses. And then I don't have to tell somebody you're lying. I let them lie. And that's what I'm saying. The way I treat people in my personal life, if I'm dating a woman, I'm not gonna say, you lied about this, you lied about that. I'm gonna ask the question. I'm gonna look at you like this and say, and in my mind, I'm like, this is something totally different than you told me yesterday. But I'll allow them to share whatever they want to share, and then I make an informed decision. And so what I want to encourage every woman who watch people like that on platforms, you're intelligent enough to be able to watch that type of personality trait here in real time, even in the people in your personal lives, and go, that was a lie, that was a lie. I'm going to handle myself accordingly, and I'm not going to entertain a guy like that where they circle around the truth and spin the block on lies and all that. you have to take the onus on yourselves and say, I'm not going to entertain those guys. But I created the platform for him to share however you want to share it, and then y'all take away whatever y'all will. Because you want me to be you. I can't attack another man. I can't attack.
No, I'm not saying that you have to attack. What I'm saying is sometimes someone is saying something that's clearly not true. Like I told you this on the phone when he said that they kept the vials for later for the sperm.
And did you believe that? Did you believe that?
I didn't believe that, right?
Exactly. So did I need to tell you that?
No, but there are people who will watch that and be like, oh, he's a donor. There are people under your comment section who are saying, he's a donor. I don't get, like, there are, I don't want to say dumb. I'm going to say there are impressionable people out there. For instance, there's one thing that he said on your podcast where he said black love is rare. And you were like, yep, that's not true. That's just not true. Black love is not rare. It is not rare. He's just upset that he's not being able to monetize off of his black love. He said this on your interview. He was like, me and Ashley haven't been able to do the appearances. We haven't been able to go and talk about our relationship. Yeah, because black people, black kids are black love. Black kids are a result of black love. And so we're not going to watch a black man or a black adjacent man abandon black kids and send y'all out on a press tour. Absolutely not. We're not accepting that. So I just felt that when he said to you, like, okay, black love is rare, like, just there were just moments to me, I just feel like, okay, you could have been like, no, it's not. It's not. Does that mean
that's his feeling? My whole platform is black love. It's all about marriage and relationships. So I don't have to, and this is why I say we have to be very careful about. I don't have to dispel a person's opinion about it. I represent it. What made it so hard for me to interview him is because I fostered and adopted black kids. Like I didn't always say I didn't bust a nut for those kids. So what I had to do was sit there and be like, if I can take care of somebody else's kids while this is coming up, National Day of Adoption comes up this Saturday, I had to sit back and say, Laterras, don't take your own personal feelings out on another person. Allow that safe space to let him dig a ditch for himself. And that's what I'm saying. It's the way I handled that. And you called it where I say, I let him dig a ditch for himself, period. And I sit back and watch. That's what grace looks like. Grace is to point out everything that he says wrong to prove to the world I called everything he's wrong. Y'all are intelligent people. Y'all caught it and was like, nah, that didn't make sense. That black love thing, I don't have to tell him that. I live it. I exude it. I have a whole platform that's about black love. So I just sit there and let him talk because that's his opinion about it. So I will never try to fact check someone's opinion. When it comes to, now, one of the things that I do regret that I didn't ask is to keep on asking, did you conceive these kids naturally? And that's the twins. When I look back at that, because I'm watching him and I say, I want to jump in on this because he keeps, but I'm used to people talking like that. They'll just keep deflecting to where you forget what the original question was. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, you just brought up all these other stuff. You brought up her. That's not the question. And then a lot of times I come back around and be like, now, and I'll ask that question again. In that situation, I was like, he's not going to answer that. Why? It's because I know that he's going through court about it. If he could literally say that this kid is by natural means, then that will mess up the court case. So that's the reason why I don't like interviewing people when they're in the midst of court cases. I get a lot of people who come on my platform that are in the middle of divorces. And I'm like, don't come on my platform. And they were like, well, I mean, we can talk about it. I said, it's never going to work. Why did I know that? I did that in 2020 with a personal friend of mine that was going through a divorce. The episode is going to drop that Wednesday. Her attorney told her on Tuesday, you did what? Don't you drop an episode about you talking about your marriage and y'all divorce ain't final? So I learned that back in 2020. So I thought that the case was done on Friday. I didn't know it got extended to.
Yeah. Well, Ricky and I both, Ricky reported on it too, which I'm gonna let Ricky speak to, but I just want to put up this super chat. I feel like this is what I've been saying. Black girls getting their shit together. She says, Laterras, it's not about attacking, it's about holding this scamming, emotionally abusive liar accountable. I'm disappointed. Stop with spiritual bypassing. that's just, and I feel like I see your intention. Like, I see what you're saying. I just feel like the problem here is you have Liler, who has been using spirituality a lot. And what I realized is, just so you guys know, Laterras didn't really know a lot of things that Ricky and I know. Like, he doesn't know a lot of things that we knew. So,
which is why us.
When he says, like, people, nobody invited me, nobody's gonna invite you to keep lying. Because we already
I invite Ty. I will speak to you because I know the details, and I just, for personally, I could tell, like, you know, Laterras doesn't have the, he's watched my our interview with Brian.
Oh, we're losing you a little bit.
Oh, you know, so I felt like
your connection
that was clear. And so for him to say, oh, no one out to so I couldn't reach out to you, but I invite you now. I'd love to talk to me, and just love to talk to you, because it's not hop, skip, around what we know.
Yeah, I feel like somebody said, I respect Laterras for jumping in this convo. Yeah, I respect him too. One thing about Laterras, we have conversations offline, like, and I do appreciate, like, one thing about Laterras, like, he's gonna have his position, he's gonna stick to it, and I appreciate that. But I also appreciate if I have a different position, he appreciates that as well. And everybody's perspectives can coexist. I think I think just for me, and a lot of people are like, oh, Jesse, you be going too far. You be covering this a little too much. And it's like, for me as a Black woman, because even in your thing, he was like, oh, a Black women, because he referred to me a lot. He was like, oh, Black women, you're preaching to Black women, but then you're calling my wife a bird. Yeah, your wife is condoning you abandoning children. That's a bird to me. Put her in Sesame Street. Put her in a Big Bird suit. Yes, and I will stand on that, point blank, period. And as a Black woman, when I'm watching these shows and I'm seeing that these shows are almost basically going out of their way to set Black women up for failure, yes, I take that personally. Dating as a Black woman is already very, very, it's a layered experience. Dating as a dark-skinned Black woman, which is why when I saw Ashley, everybody who's watched my lives will tell you, or my channel, the moment I saw Ashley, I said, oh, we ride at dawn. We ride at dawn. She was funny. She was smart. She was intellectual. She had spunk to her. She had spark. And then to know that she was robbed of that decision, not only by Brian McLight, but also by Love is Blind, who did a background check and knew all the things that we are seeing now. To me, yes, I take that personally, because I don't take pleasure in watching Black women go on television to go meet somebody, to get married and get set up for failure. Ashley right now should be on the best press tour of her life. She should. She got married.
Yeah, from the show. I want to address this because someone said I didn't do research. I watched about 30% of the interview that you and Storytime did. And that was because that was like right before. I've been traveling a lot, and so I said, I did get a text message from Love is Blind, was like, hey, have you watched the season of Love is Blind? Because they know I love it. And then I said, no, I didn't, but I keep hearing about some guy named Tyler. And then she said, well, yeah, I just don't believe, I told him to sit down and not really share his story. And we believe that it'll blow over. If you're interested, then interview him. I said, I don't want to bring nobody on my platform that's about to get me canceled. I don't want this smoke. That's what I said. And I said, I don't want this smoke. And she said, well, you go watch it. I ain't force you to do it. If you decide to, just do it. And so I said, well, dang, I didn't watch it. I said, well, I'll just skim through it. So I went and watched I just fast forward to the clips where he and Ashley ran it. And I skimmed through that. And then I had to go fly to Nashville to sign a book deal. Then I came back and I was like, oh, so we were texting each other, me and the producer, and we're trying to find a date for him to do it. It ended up being this past Sunday. So I was like, all right, cool, Sunday. So then I was like, I need to watch I need to see what I'm up against. Because the truth be told, if you don't know what you up against, it's a whole problem. But it caused me to start acting outside of my typical way of interviewing somebody. I don't sit there and have any other guests where I'm about to go look at all the negative stuff about them and then have a conversation with them about it. It's just not a good heart posture for that. My platform is not for that, you know? And so I said, well, let me at least see what I'm up against. That's all I cared about, to be honest with you. What am I up against when I have this person on the podcast? And so my initial thing, which I said at the beginning of the podcast, I said, oh, I don't want him on here. I don't want him on there because I don't want to have to defend lies. And I felt convicted. It was like, Laterras, you automatically jumping on this man saying that he automatically gonna lie, and you haven't even talked to him you haven't even had a conversation with him, not once. You just hearing what everybody else said, and you just said, because I never talked to him. Normally I do a pre-interview with somebody before they come on, but I just been so busy that I just didn't do it. I said, I'll talk to him.
You didn't do a pre-interview?
I talked to him 30 minutes when he got here. We talked 30 minutes before he went on we sat down and started recording. But the problem was I had started watching some of all y'all stuff. And then I said, okay, I know. So that's why you heard me be able to say little clip stuff. Like, first of all, the biggest issue is going to be, did you father these kids naturally? That's going to be the big question. But I'm not going to lead with that at the very beginning because I have to build rapport with this man. I don't know this man. So I need to just talk to him, be real relaxed, just get a chance to know him a little bit, see what he volunteers and begin to talk about. Then I'm going to save that all the way to the end because that's the main question that I wanted to know, me personally, and I knew the world wanted to know it. But then when I realized when he came in and I was like, so how'd the court case go? I heard that, you know, you had court on Friday. He said they scheduled it or did something to Thursday,
February.
And I said, see, I'm gonna tell you, I don't like interviewing people that are in the because you're never going to show up authentic. You're going to be protecting whatever the court is, and I can understand that, and I can respect that. I said, I just don't like that. Like, I'd rather just reschedule this back when all that's done. So I was like, all right, well, you here. I said, let's talk. And then I said, I'm gonna be honest with you. Be honest. I said, my platform is based on transparency. I said, on my platform, I launched my podcast in 2020, sharing after about 5 or 6 episodes in, I shared about my own infidelity that when I was married 5 years prior to when I did the podcast. And he said, oh, you shared that on your platform? I said, yes, I believe in honesty. I believe in just telling the truth and then deal with it afterwards. I said, so I'm telling you this, man, you tell the truth. Deal with the effects of the truth, but don't come lying because people are going to start pulling receipts on that. I said that, and I said, a matter of fact, when I start recording it, I'm going to say it to you again so people can hear me say, I'm holding you accountable to the truth. Whatever you decide the truth is the truth. And so on the episode, as soon as we started recording, I said exactly that, and I said, all right, now this is the buy-in, not your truth, but the truth. Do I have to buy in at that? That's the only responsibility I have. And I did that, and I don't ever do that with any other guests. I don't tell them, you're going to tell me the truth when we do this interview. That's not even that. But I had enough data to be able to say, let me just see if how are you going to answer these questions? Because if I go through 50 million questions and you answering all 50 million of them with a lie, what is the use of that? So that's why I went back and said, listen, now let me just show my scars. I believe in fatherhood. I believe in taking care of your kids. Let me plant this seed because whatever you think about these kids, I can't make you feel empathetic towards seeds, whether or not you feel like you created or you didn't. I can't get into the weeds of that. I wasn't there when y'all was humping each other or not. My thing is, let me tell you how I am as a man. Since you're going to talk to a man, take care of your kids. Take care of your kids. This is what you need to do. I've led in that. I have blood, sweat, and tears in this thing, biologically, and 2 kids that I didn't even conceive. Did that. So let me plant that seed in your life and do that. And that's it.
Somebody, Megan Monroe, thank you so much. She says she wants to know, how do you feel knowing that he lied all up in your interview?
I believe that I don't feel no way because it don't affect my life at all. It don't change me. See, it don't change me. My check don't change. My bills don't change. My love life don't change. I give people an opportunity to be free if they decide to be free. If you don't want to be free, keep being bound for whatever it is. And so my whole situation is I don't have a personal emotional investment in whether or not somebody tells the truth. I got kids. I got a whole 16-year-old that I take care of. Whether he tells the truth or not to me is where my value is. Tyler, you know, and you already called him Liler. So why you expect Liler to tell the truth if you already nicknamed him Liler? You know what I'm saying? It's like y'all, what I find fascinating is y'all want people, y'all call somebody a liar and somehow expect them to tell the truth. It's like it's a false expectation. If you know that he's going to lie every time you ask the question, lower your expectation. That's how I treat people in my life. I don't expect people to tell the truth if I know that they lie. It will drive me to sit there and be like, tell the truth, tell the truth, tell the truth, and they just keep lying.
The only reason why I would disagree with this instance is just because so much evidence came forward.
And did he still tell the truth?
But that's what I'm saying. It's like,
that's my point.
I get your point. Do you get what I'm saying? It's like,
yeah,
okay,
you hoped for the best and thought after seeing all this evidence, he would own up to it.
Yeah.
And how did that work? How did that work for all of us included?
I don't know. I think Ricky's frozen. Ricky, let me know if you're having difficulty. But I mean, for me, anyway, I think that the interview to me did him much more harm. I think
exactly
it did him much more harm to me. I feel like even the point where he says, you know, I want that family, I want those kids to leave me alone. I felt that was the nastiest thing I've ever seen. Like I've seen a lot of nasty things.
And I've never response to that. Did you remember my response?
Yeah, you were like, I don't see things that way. That's not how I see things. Nobody could keep me away from my children, in a nutshell.
And so that's the reason why I led all the way up to that moment to say, what do you want? See, when you empower somebody with the power to choose what they want, we can dance, we can talk, I can try to get them to see things my way and all that type of stuff. It means absolutely nothing because what God gave us was free choice. So that's why I asked them, what do you want? I guarantee you that question alone, when you talk to the people that you love in your life and you get their true intentions, what are your expectations with me? If you're dating somebody and you say, what do you want from this relationship? And they go, wow. Let them just ask the question and be quiet.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. At the end of the day, I led him up all the way to that moment for him to be able to articulate what it is that he wants.
I want to
let him have that moment. And then hopefully he go back later on and figure his life out.
I want to play that just because I didn't get to play that, but I want everybody to see the moment that we're all talking about, which is this moment.
Situation. Fudge disappeared at that, and she's coming off like that. So my question to you is that when you look back at that, you know, what do you want to happen in this situation? Fudge just disappeared.
Hold on. Okay.
So that's the thing. She'll never go away. You can.
Why you say that?
I mean, how do you disappear?
She just say you're no longer. I know some women that have you can't even mention the father of their kids. It's done. Their life don't exist with them. They have raised their kids and went on about their business, and they be like, I'm your mama and your daddy.
Yeah, I mean, that's how my mom was. But like I said, my mom also didn't exclude my dad from ever trying to be around when he was.
I'm talking about disappear. I'm talking about the extreme. Your daddy don't exist. He don't get to come in and come out. Done. I'm saying, what do you want?
I want them to have their family and leave me alone.
Okay.
That's honestly what I want. Because at this point, even if I put in the back of my mind that I can have a relationship with them, I wouldn't want to be attached to that family. Not the kids per se, because again, innocent kids, beautiful kids.
No, but you just said attached to their family. No kids are attached to the family.
I'm just saying, but they come with
it don't
everyone
matter.
else. So I
with
get
a baby mama.
Yeah.
I may not like the mother of my child, but I will never prioritize my feelings over that. Thank you, Holy Spirit. I would never prioritize the feelings that I have for a bad relationship over my kids. Respect. That's Laterras. That's just how I operate.
Yep.
I'll stand on that. I don't care if the mother of my child lied to me, accused me of abuse, tried to broke the windows out my car like Jasmine Sullivan. I'll be like, that woman is crazy.
Yes.
But I'm going to love you, child, and I'm going to show you how to honor and respect. I'm going to honor and respect your mother because that's your mother, but we ain't gonna have a relationship, but you're gonna watch me honor and respect her.
Absolutely.
And then when that child comes of age, my child will look at me and be like, you know what? Yeah, I've never heard you say nothing negative about my mama. And she always says something negative about you. I said, I know.
I was gonna say, that's what I was gonna ask. So you wouldn't be concerned of them running your name when you're not around? Because
there's a quote in that office. When we get done, you're gonna walk over there. It's a quote God gave me. Let your character outlive their lie.
As nasty as that was, that he said that, I was really happy that you did check him in that moment, because that just was so nasty. Like, it just, I've never watched someone talk about their children like that.
Because it's disassociation. It's somebody that, and you got to understand, throughout my whole life, I've always been the person that has been father figures in a lot of fatherless kids' lives. I'm talking about my sister friends. I mean, my daughter's friends. I was always their father figure, but I would go the extent of saying, when the last time you talked to your daddy? I ain't talked to him in 3 years. What's his phone number? What? I'm gonna call him. I would do that all the time. I would call up people's dads and talk to them and say, why aren't you in your kid's life? I said, you realize that your daughter calls me dad? They be like, who is this? This is Laterras. Who are you? Your daughter's friends with my daughter, and she comes on my house. A lot of times she spend the night, and it bothers me that I just had a conversation with her and you don't take care of your kid. They be like, dang, you know what I'm saying? But they'll respect that, and I'll talk to men just like that. I've had men show up at recitals with flowers. I said, what you need to do, man? Come and see your daughter. They have a performance this coming up Friday. I need you to show up, and don't show up empty-handed. Bring some flowers and show your daughter that you care about her. I'm telling you. So when I'm doing this stuff now, I understand how to talk to men. You don't talk to men like, well, you lie. You just say, listen, I'm a lead by example. I'm going to tell you what you need to do, respect. And you have no idea the kind of conversation I've had with Tyler after the camera stopped. I was like, say, brother, like, this is what this is. You need to figure out what you need to do so that you can be in these kids' life. I can't tell you what to do legally. I don't know all that. I stay in my lane. But what I do know, these kids deserve a father. And I said that in the interview. I said, these kids know that these women didn't produce them. So I say stuff like that to be like, you're the father figure. So it's just, you got to handle people delicately. The Bible says he that wins souls is wise. It's a way to get to the heart of a man or a woman where no one listens to someone that's attacking them. So I say, I leave that for y'all to do. Me, I'm more concerned about doing the deeper work, which is to get this man, if possible, to operate in the full capacity and responsibility he has been called by God to be as a father, and operate in that role, as well as his wife, Ashley, to operate in the role that she has as wife and hold him accountable behind closed doors. That's their work. I'm not married to them. And also Bride to make sure that she is supported financially to be able to take care of these kids when he's not stepping up doing what he needs to do. And the kids, for them not to deal with, become a statistic and not leave trauma in their life, because you see all this is generational. Like you just talked about earlier about the same thing that happened to Tyler, the same thing that happened to Ashley, and he's doing the same thing for these kids. So when I look at this, I see generational pain. So you can't deal with generational pain attacking nobody. You got to talk to the heart of the matter, and you got to cover it in love. So that's my mandate. That's my mission. And that's what I lead with. And like I said, if I am successful in doing this, I at least plant a seed in his mind to be like, this is the only man that ever held me accountable. See, y'all look at it and said I didn't hold him accountable, but he said something different. He said, dang, we talked today. He said, yeah, my friend said you were hard on me. My homeboy said you were hard on me. And y'all look at it and said, you wasn't hard at him at all. I know when I'm talking to a man, though. I know if you've never heard a man speak to you in the way I spoke to him, this is a first for him. He's never heard it. So he's listening like, oh my God, but he said it. So my whole thing is just planting the seed, and I'm going to keep holding him accountable and challenging him. Like I told him, he said, well, I need to think about what I'm going to do. I said, if I call you in 2 weeks and you haven't come up with a solution, that's not okay. Because if you call yourself a Christian, listen to what I said in that interview. If you call yourself a Christian and you say you listen and you're submitted to God, you can't be submitted to God and God don't give you a solution on how to take care of your kids. See, that's what was said. but sometimes y'all don't hear it like that. I gave him a timeline. I don't let people just say, well, whenever you just figure it out, whenever you get a fix. No, I said, if I call you in 2 weeks, and you haven't told me a solution, that's accountability. I empower him with the ability as a man, because I'm not going to raise your kids. So I'm saying that as a man, you need to come up with a decision and you need to stick to it. And I'm going to call you in 2 weeks and see if you did it.
Well, Ricky, what do you think about? I mean, I'm glad that you did that, and I hope you.
I think like what I had said that I think maybe the audience missed because they couldn't hear me because my Wi-Fi is trifling, was that, which Laterras, you actually touched on after the fact. I said, to me, watching the interview, it was clear that you did not have a full scope on what was going on with the situation. And I feel like Tyler used that to his advantage, and that's why he would not speak to someone like me or Jesse. He implied that nobody reached out to him or that we wouldn't speak to him. That's not the case. He blocked me. You know, I would love to speak to Tyler because I think me and Jesse have a full scope of the situation, so he would not be able to wiggle his way out of a lot of the conversations that he was allowed to do with you. I feel like I hear you of saying, I understand that getting into hosting and interviewing, it is very hard not to attack and hold somebody accountable at the same time. I don't feel like Tyler was held accountable because he was able to wiggle himself.
And when you say wiggle, what do you mean? What do you mean by that?
I'm sorry?
When you say he was able to wiggle himself out, what do you mean by that?
He was able to tiptoe and hop around a lot of truths in your interview because you were not aware of the full context. I think you yourself admitted that you only watched about 30%, but I think had you watched 100%, you would have been better prepared for the interview, and there would have been some your ears would have perked up with certain things that he said that said, hey.
But even what he said, though, he said a lot of stuff my ears perked up at, but I still wouldn't respond like that. See, that's what I'm saying.
No, I think what she's saying is not that we're looking for you to attack. Like for instance, right? The twins. You didn't know that he signed the twins' birth certificate.
I did know that. I just forgot to say it in the interview. I did know that because I watched that in what y'all said.
So why, when he was talking about the twins, why wouldn't you bring that up?
Because he started saying all this other stuff. I was trying to get him to at least say, because if he didn't say, I conceived these kids, that don't matter that he signed it. That's what y'all don't understand. So what I did do, I went and Googled Maryland law right before all that morning of. It doesn't matter if he is saying straight up, these kids, because he even said the first kid, it was a donor situation, but he went back and started trying to, quote unquote, fight for the custody so that Bri didn't lose the child to Deshaun. He said that he went to go try to step up and put his name on the birth certificate, all this other stuff that was going on. I'm saying at the end of the day, if he doesn't say, which I knew what it was about, you gotta think I have a child.
Did you know that they live together also?
I knew that he said he lived downstairs. So
no, they lived in a house. They lived in a home together. That's court records show that too.
See, I asked him before he came on. I mean, we were sitting in the lobby and he was just like, I live downstairs. So what I end up saying in the thing, that's why I kept asking over and over again, you heard how many times did you see him? How many times did you see him? How many times did you see the kids? Because if you live downstairs and y'all tight and y'all hanging out with each other like that, he even said it 4 or 5 times a week. I'm like, well, you saw your kids more than I saw my own kids with the mother of my child. So I let people, that's what I mean. I don't have to say that. Like what is understood don't have to be explained. I believe in high intelligence. For the viewer,
I think for the viewer, like you did ask if he was on the first son's birth certificate. So that was clear that he was not on that son's birth certificate. And it was not asked if he was on the twins' birth certificate. And again, there were a lot of like, even just what you said in one sentence, he said, I've seen them 4 to 5 times a week. And then in the next sentence, he said, I'm not active. So I feel like holding someone accountable for inconsistencies that they're literally saying in your interview, there is a way to say, you saw them 4 or 5 times a week, but like you weren't active, or like there is a kind of way to do it. You know,
he already said it. That's what I'm saying. That's why I said my interview style is not to do that. It just don't make sense. What is understood don't have to be explained. You can do that on your platform. I'll let them say it. If anybody got common sense like y'all had, I literally put it out there. That's my whole point, is that I let him say what he got to say. I'll ask it again, so y'all know I ain't stupid. And I'll say it again. And then I'll say it a third time. And then I'll let it go. It's the reason why I do it that way, is because I'm literally giving you rope to hang yourself. I don't have to. If someone was very smart while I'm interviewing them, they're like, why do you keep asking the same question? But the reality is I just keep saying it to let you keep saying it. So I don't have to say the obvious. So I like for my people in my podcast, not even my people that watch it, to operate in intelligence and just listen. And whatever you take away is whatever you take away. But what I have never done an interview, well, except Derrick Jackson, where it's based upon, and everybody knew that, so that was easy. I do enough information to say that. But even then, I wasn't attacking him in it. I just let him talk. And we'll just sit here and just talk like we boys. I don't have to attack you. The world has already attacked you.
But so, I feel like, okay, let's just agree that on this, because I see your point of view. I hope you're seeing what we're saying.
Exactly what you're saying.
But what we're saying is, we don't think accountability necessarily means attacking the person. I think that's where
I hear what y'all saying.
Yeah, Ricky and I are like, no, you're not understanding what we're saying. It's not like, just because I'm not allowing you to just say that the world is flat doesn't mean that I'm attacking you. I'm just telling you, hey, that's not it. I understand that that's what you think it is, but that's not it. And that's not me necessarily attacking you. I guess that's just where we would differ from you, is that we don't see holding someone accountable as an attack.
Right.
And I say my style of interviewing is not to even debunk somebody else's truth. I just let them say whatever it needs to say. I do it all the time. I let people share about all kind of stuff in their relationship. I have people on there talking about all kind of stuff that I don't agree with personally, but I just let them say it, because at the end of the day, that's their world. And I believe the way I believe in stuff is this: one day you're gonna look at this interview again, and you're gonna look back at it, and you're gonna say, God, dog, I was lying. You don't need me to say it. I'm gonna plant the seed, and then with the platforms y'all have, y'all not gonna let them get by with it anyway. So
and there's some people who are only gonna see your interview.
There ain't nobody deceived by this man.
I'm telling you, some people will only see your interview, or will only see the clips from your interview, and they will walk away with what he said being the truth. There's a lot of people, even though Ricky and I have done a lot of work for this season of Love is Blind, there are a lot of people who have not seen what we've put out there. Yeah. So they're watching the show, and then they're watching these folks go on their press, and they're just taking what they're saying as that's the truth. Do you get what I'm saying? So
yeah, but them comments fire under my video. So
that's true.
I spent 5 seconds reading. That's what I'm saying. But that's not my job. My job is not to criminalize a guest on my podcast. It's just not that. Right. My whole thing, y'all don't understand. Another thing is this: it is extremely difficult to get men in general to come on the podcast, because men be like, nope, you women gonna attack me. So the crazy thing about it is that, and I ain't talking about even celebrities. I'm talking about Joe
everyday guys,
freaking UPS. They be like, you think I'm gonna go on your platform? You got 560 something thousand subscribers, and 80% of them are women. You think I'm gonna put myself out there for the women to question everything I do? I'm not doing it. You hear the manosphere talk so much about the toxic stuff between men and women. The thing that I try to do is say, hey, listen, brother, come and tell the truth. And that's all I can do. But I can't also say, come tell the truth, and then I'm saying something that's pushing up against what you deem as truthful. I'll be like, all right, bro. And I'll say the truth. I said, just like I told Tyler, I said, listen, if that woman went to I think I said baby shower, but it's a gender reveal. If she goes to that, if they start pulling up pictures, these people gonna pull up receipts. So
they already did. Ricky already did.
Oh, you already did?
I have them.
She did that 6 weeks ago.
I have them. And again, I respect you, Laterras. I really respect your interview style, and I hear what you're saying. But I feel like, again, had you had a full scope of the situation, the interview style might have been slightly different, because it would have been like, well, I seen a picture of you at the gender reveal. So he wouldn't have been able to say, hey,
I have no recollection of a gender reveal, because you would have said, oh, I saw that photo. Like, you know what I mean? To where it's not an attack, it's an accountability. Like, you just got caught, sir. You know, so it's more of that. But I understand what you're saying. But I think, again, had you had a full scope of that, is why I will die on this hill that he will not talk to me or Jesse, because we know too much.
Oh yeah. Oh no, yeah. And when I did my live with Simone, we were like, hey Tyler, if you want to debunk if anything that we're saying is true, you are welcome to come on the channel. We extended that. You are welcome to come on the channel.
Why would you think somebody would actually do that? Y'all attacking. I'm gonna tell you this real quick. I'm gonna be real with y'all. Y'all are attacking me, and I interviewed him.
You. We're not attacking you. We're holding you accountable for how you interviewed him.
No,
you feel like we're attacking you?
I'm saying to a certain degree, y'all are. It's people in the comments saying you should have never had him on. I posted a picture. This is what I did. I posted a picture of me and him on my thing, and I said, "Hey, he's gonna become. Why do you have him? I'm not going. They just going in." And I'm like, so I'm just supposed to listen to every female to say, "Do not interview him because we hate him." Or do I say
no? What women are saying is that we're tired of coddling men.
So why did you assume there was coddling before even the interview dropped?
There's only one reason why Lila would go on your interview. Because he was going to get coddled. Let's just be real. Like, yes, you had moments. Don't get me wrong. You had moments where you challenged what he said. You did it in your own way, but it was a very coddling interview. It was a very, hey, God this, God that. And you're right. When people do a sin, a lot of people like to pull them back down. There was a lot of coddling happening. And I feel that when women get y'all are attacking, it's not that we're attacking, it's that we're tired of coddling. And then there are children. Like, it's not just that Lila is a cheater, like if it was like some cheating shit, okay. No, these are kids. We are in a climate right now where it's being made very clear that nobody cares about children. Like, kids are just, nobody gives a fuck about women and children, Black women and children. Like, it's just very clear. And so you have to be mindful of the times we're in and the fact that Black women are not going to coddle you niggas. Like, I'm sorry, like, we're not going to coddle you niggas. We're not. Especially when it comes to kids. We're not. And the way he was able to sit up there, and again, what he says, it's not you making him say it. You're not making him say the things that he says. You're giving him a space to speak, right? But when we're watching this man just clearly just say, fuck them kids, and there's just a level of, well, all right, okay, well, if that's what you want, okay. To us, we see that as, that's coddling.
So let me ask you this. What did the takeaway, how do you feel I felt about the kids, his fatherhood? What was your takeaway?
I feel that you disagreed, but I felt that towards the end, and I've said that. I said, okay, this may just be your strategy, and you said you came on here and you cleared that up. You said that is your strategy, and I get that. But I feel like it took a minute. But again, that's your strategy. What I want you to know too is Ricky and I are not telling you to change your strategy, we're not telling you that. I think that we're just telling you our perspective, and just that it is just somewhat harmful for a man to be able to just freely just have total disregard for children and then blame the public for what's happening with his marriage and his reputation. Like, he held himself accountable. Never. He never said, hey, you know what? I've had some time to think. It's been so many things that's come forward. I at least want to apologize to my kids. Mm-hmm. I at least just want to say, I'm sorry to these children. I'm sorry that they had to see me and my wife lie on them on an international television show. He never has that moment. And I feel like, and again, like, you might not like the word coddling, but I feel like there was space there for you to be like, you don't want to act like, you don't, want to at least address your children's like the feeling of the children? Like, do you want to apologize? Like,
you know why that wouldn't work? Is because I asked them, I did a temperature check at the very beginning. I said, when the child was born, that's what I'm saying. You got to listen to how I talk to a man. When the child was born, and I know you gave this kid away or whatever, did you have an emotional connection with him? He said, no, I just felt like I was doing a good deed. I said, so this is your first child and you didn't have an emotional connection with this kid. He said, no. I said, whatever that is, I ain't licensed to diagnose what that is, but that's over there. Nothing else I said mattered at that point, because you're wasting your time. This is what I want to teach women, is that when a person shows you who they are, believe them. Don't try to get it and coloring be a part of it. You receive what they said and you handle yourself accordingly.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
There's nothing else I can say about that. So that's what I mean. If I start saying, well, you owe an apology, nigga, apology, I don't even look at them as my kids. It's a waste of time. So that's why I went to the emotional thing. I said, you feel anything internally? Did you feel anything internally in you? He said, no. I said,
in your defense, Laterras, what I will say is that I don't think however which way you conducted this interview, that this man was going to tell the truth, because he did not come there. He didn't come there to plant a seed. He didn't come there to listen to you. He came there to paint a narrative that he already told his wife, and he is trying to make that narrative true, and he used your platform to do it. So in your defense, there would have been nothing or he wasn't listening to anything you were saying. He came there to talk, and he came there to paint this narrative of, this is what I told my wife, so this has to be true. I have to make this true, because if she catches me lying again, she might leave.
I agree. And I agree. And we could just end it on that. I feel like I agree with that. Like, because we could go in circles about like what everybody thinks should have been done. But I think, Ricky, you hit the nail on it. I don't think there was ever going to be a time
when she said that is the gospel truth.
That is the gospel.
And the reality, somebody was saying that they paid me for this. No, I didn't pay me for Netflix.
No, he did. No.
And I told Jesse that. I said, and even if they were to offer me a payment, I wouldn't take it, because I wouldn't be unbiased. I have to still sit in Laterras. I can't be bought. So I have to be able to be unbiased. So if I want to say something that may feel like I'm attacking him in a way or challenging him or whatever, I don't like the word attack, but challenging his beliefs, then I have the freedom to do that. And to be truthfully told, Netflix don't need me. Love is Blind don't need me. That's the biggest show on the freaking on Netflix.
Wait. Pariah needed you. She needed your ass, because they need the Black community behind that Black couple. So for them, they saw you as a Black platform. That's another thing. They don't send these people on Black platforms like that. So they needed that. And that was something that I called out very early on, that they don't, oftentimes you don't see these people do Black platforms. Even Clay sitting on your platform, that was a plea to the Black community, because every network needs Black people. They know that. The entertainment space, as much as they dog us out, they need Black people. They needed Black people to get behind Ashley and Tyler. Ashley and Tyler are the first couple to get married off of Love is Blind that 80% of the audience hates.
Yes.
They are making history. This is historical. Usually you get married, they usually really love you, or they're just indifferent. They're just indifferent. Oh, okay, cool. But no, this is the first couple that has gotten married that has gotten this type of heat. Yes. You don't see them getting no major brand deals. You don't see them getting no major sponsorship. You don't see them getting flued out nowhere. So they needed this. And unfortunately for them, like Ricky said, Lila is going to lie. So it just didn't work. It didn't work. So
I have one question for Laterras. If I don't know if you're comfortable sharing this. The text that you read at the end, what did it say? The receipt, this mic drop receipt that he wanted to show you so bad that he thinks, mind you, he submitted as a exhibit for his court document as well. Yep. He thinks that this is his smoking gun. So I just want to know what it said.
I can't say it, but it wasn't nothing. That's why I just looked at it and said, here. It wasn't nothing. I was just like,
okay.
I didn't even make a response. I didn't say, "Oh wow, this is gonna change." I just said, because
but then he said he like followed it up and said that changes things, right?
That's what. Again, that's why I said you let people have enough rope to. I'm not an attorney. I don't have to judge that, but that's all I'm gonna say.
That's Ricky fucking Lake right there.
So I didn't say nothing because trust and believe that I'm having Bri send me the message. I said, what did it say? July 22nd, 2019. Let me see it.
Yeah.
And yeah. All I'm saying is at the end of the day, and this is what I believe, the truth shall set you free. The reality is, that's why I say always tell the truth. You don't have to choose the lie. Just tell the truth.
Yeah. Listen, you did your job. I feel like at the end of the day, everybody approaches this differently. I think you did your job the way you do your job. Your platform, Dear Wifey podcast, it is what it is and how it is. And your audience appreciates the way that you do your podcast. I've been on the Dear Wifey. Well, I did the live version last year. So I've been on it before. Laterras,
it was freaking hilarious on there.
Yeah, and listen, like me and Miss Carrie, who's now my pastor, who's now my lead pastor. She's my first lady. She's married to Pastor Jamal Bryant, and she was on there like professing things, and I was behind her, just yes, and it's like now I'm under their leadership, and so I think, and so I feel like if you do watch Dear Wifey podcast, it is a very effective platform. And Laterras doesn't really dive into reality television often. So I feel like in that vein, we can give, like, there's a lot of grace to be given. Me and Ricky Lake, this is what we do.
Yeah. Listen, Laterras, next time you don't got time to watch a full interview, call me up. If it's some reality TV stuff, I'm gonna give you all the tea, so he can't pull the wool over your eyes. So nobody can pull the wool over your eyes next time.
Well, I want you to get my number from Jesse Wu.
I will give you his number. I'm Jenny Jones. She's Ricky Lake. This is what we do. This is what we do. Laterras doesn't do this. Yeah. This is what we do, and so I think there's a lot of grace to be given, and I hope
that's the reason why I came on today. I was at Costco, and I said, I just got the phone with you. I said, oh, she's probably live now. Let me see what she talked about. And I was watching, and I just like looking at you because you're funny to me. I just be laughing. I don't be taking half the stuff you say seriously. I just laugh at you the whole time. And I'm just walking in Costco laughing. And I said, so I just started chatting. And then people was like, well, why don't you come up? I was like, oh, well, let me get to my studio. I wasn't even planning on coming on this live. And I was like, we could chop it up because I'm an open book.
Yeah.
And that's the whole thing is that, I appreciate you as just a person, Jesse. You're absolutely hilarious. You're talented as all get out. You're one of the most talented women I know. And so I'm just a huge fan of you. It's good to meet you for the first time. Story time, Ricky.
Yeah, she's a beast. She's basically me, but on TikTok.
Oh, so you're the TikTok one that do all this.
Yes. Yes. We are literally each other, but just on different platforms. Now I've told her, girl, hop on YouTube. YouTube is, this, Laterras, long form content is a little harder to do, but I feel like once you lock in the long form audience, you can do anything. So I've told her, like, girl, lock into the long form. Like it's really going to take you places. So
yes, absolutely. And somebody asked a question about having them come on come and Ashley and Tyler. I'm trying not to call them what you call them. You done said it so many times. I'm about to disrespect the man. But Tyler and Ashley on the podcast, that's not a goal of mine. I said that at the end of the episode, but I would want to see some restoration and some accountability before I ever bring that on the podcast, because it's a waste of my time. I don't need it. So it's like, unless you give me some groundbreaking information that y'all changed, something has. Talk to me after February. That's how I'm saying. Holler at me after February.
Yeah.
Would you ever consider giving Bri a platform to speak?
No, because it starts feeling like if it was a situation where I don't like the tit for tat stuff. So when I did that,
hold on. You did it with Derek Jackson and his wife.
I'm going to answer the question. And that's the reason why I won't do it. So I originally wanted initially, when I started the podcast, I always wanted Derek Jackson on the podcast. So that I never reached out to him. By the time it was time to reach out to him, his fall from grace happened. So I was like, all right, I don't want him on the platform. Then when somebody reached out to me and said, it was like a couple of years later, why don't you get Danae on the thing? I was like, man, no, Danae, she's a little off. I don't know if I want her on there. And I said, there I go judging somebody without even meeting them. I'm looking at how she responded under emotional abuse. So you can judge somebody based upon the effects of how somebody mismanaged them. So I said, okay, Laterras, at least have a conversation with her. So I DM'd her and said, hey, I would love for you to come on my podcast and let's talk. I said, before, can I just do a little pre-interview with you? Because I want to see where her mind was. Because I didn't want to exploit, if it was mental illness, I didn't want to exploit that. That's the thing. So, because I assumed that it was some mental illness there, and I said, I don't want to exploit that. So I'm just telling y'all the backstory. So then I had a conversation with her. We was tripping out and talking and laughing. I said, oh, she cool. So I said, hey, listen, if you don't mind, I would love for you to come on the podcast, but I want to get you a makeup artist. I want to make sure that your clothes look great because I don't want people to attack you. The last time people saw you, you had this helmet of salvation on. People talk real bad about you. So are you willing to do that? Stop laughing, Jesse. So I said, so she said, well, Jesse, hold your head up. Quit laughing. You're supposed to be in space. So I said, I don't want people attacking you when you come on this platform. So she said, okay. I said, all right. So she came and then she had her glasses on and all that. I said, do you mind if you take your glasses off? I want people to see a totally different person. And she sat down there and we just had a real conversation. Well, after that, I had a conversation with Derek Jackson. I said, listen, I would love to finally talk to you. He was like, well, if I do it, I have to have her on the platform. I said, no, you need to talk to me. And at first he said, no. He said, no. I said, cool. Then a month later, he came back around and said, all right, I want to do it. I said, okay. We had that conversation. Now, the pushback from women was, how dare you have her on the podcast and then come back around and have her, quote unquote, abuser. I said, God, dog it. I just want to have an unbiased conversation with folks. So I said, start saying, no, that is not what I'm about. I'm not about hot topic situations. I'm not about none of that stuff. I'm okay. And I'm just going to talk to people and where nobody can't judge because it's so sensationalized by content out there that's debunking whatever it is. I just didn't want that space no more. And so I tucked my tail in and went on about my business. And then when Clay and them came around, Clay spoke to me from Love is Blind because of what I saw the dynamics between his mom and his dad. And I was like, oh, this is the effects of adultery on kids. And I said, that resonates with me as a Black man. Why? I don't share this publicly, but I experienced the same thing with my father. So I said, let's talk about it. So everybody I have on the podcast always have a rhyme and a reason why I have them on there. And so I brought him on and say, let's unpack this. How long are you going to allow this trauma to dictate your future? Let's talk about it. And I also had his mom on to do part 2 of it, where the mom came on and we had that conversation. But as far as reality shows, I've been wanting Brett and Lauren on the podcast. I've been wanting them on for the long. No, Brett and
Tiffany.
I've been wanting Brett and Tiffany, but they won't send me them. I keep saying, send me Brett and Tiffany. I've been asking for a whole year. I've been wanting that healthy stuff. I like health.
Well, I think that Tyler made it a point to say that me and Jesse gave them a platform to speak and didn't give them a platform. I personally have a much smaller platform than you, Laterras, or Nick Vial. So we felt it was important to give every side a platform to speak because these platforms did not reach out to Bri, did not reach out to Deshaun. No one, if it wasn't for us, their story would not have been told. So that was our goal there. It was never to attack Tyler or as we said, we'd be happy to speak with him as well. But everything that Bri has told us has been accompanied with
receipts,
text,
and not just her phone. It's the court. Like I told Laterras over the phone. People, because I think he said, or somebody said, oh, when you had Bri on, you guys didn't really like.
He said that.
Yeah, and it was like, we already knew Bry's story because we already saw all the court paperwork. So everything she said matched everything. There was really like, if we needed clarity on something, we'll say, okay, just can you clarify this? But other than that, we already knew her story. So it just was, anyway, I think that, anyway, you gave him a platform. He's finally spoken. I think that as far as me and Ricky Lake,
y'all just keep doing what y'all do.
We're gonna go, well, we've done what we've done. We're gonna wait for season 8, and that's that. I think we're both putting this to bed. We're done. We're
he made, like you said, you let him talk. He made his bed. And now he can hump in it as Serena from Love Island.
You can hump in it. You know what? I'm gonna go to bed soon. I'm gonna hump in my bed too. And I'm ready to just go hump. And that's that. I'm done. Laterras, thank you so much for coming on and like just telling your side, clarifying things. And I mean, do you have any parting words? Because then me and Ricky, we're gonna close things out.
No, I just want everybody to have healthy relationships with people that are honest and integrous, and I want us all to just have love and not be having shady people in our lives that are deceitful. As you know, the conversation that we had with old girl is just like it's just.
We didn't even talk about that.
We didn't talk about it. She said she don't want us to talk about it, so leave it alone. Leave it alone, okay. Jesse. Leave it. Don't be messy, Jesse.
Jesse, but I'm gonna leave it alone. Thank you so much, Terrence.
Thank you. I'm gone. Bye.
Okay. Bye. All right. Well, Ricky, this. Any final thoughts on like just chat? Just any final thoughts?
I don't even know. Like, I was on my live and they say you were live and they were like, hop on with Jesse. And I was like, oh yeah, okay. But I was like doing a recap of the interview. And it's like, I couldn't even get through it because it was so ridiculous. And I just thought to myself, I don't even really need to recap this with any more receipts because Bri just started going on sending me this, and I'm like, you don't even have to set at this point. Like, I don't know that anybody believes him. Like, there's nothing left to be said. He made himself look like a fool.
Yep.
And the only person that believes him is Ashley at this point. I seen on my live that, I don't know if you've seen her recent Instagram post, but
I blocked her.
I'm sure somebody DM'd it to me, but
I'm sorry. I was holding out. You know, the thing was, I was holding out faith for Ashley. Like, okay, maybe she's still in a trance or something. Like, it even made me feel bad to call her a bird. But I just was like, and then, she got that fine ass daddy. And I was like, girl, your daddy fine. You fine. You too fine for this. And then it's just like, no, girl, you're blocked. I can't do her. I can't do Lila. I don't want to see them on my timeline no more.
Me neither. I think she
was going off on her stories though. People said that she was
that's what they were saying. I have it right here. Let me say this for the people in the back. The love y'all saw on the show was real. I love deeply. So having my love story be rated and criticized by society has been an indescribable feeling. Heartbreaking, really. I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. So to write in these comments and tell me to leave my husband because y'all said so, like emotions and feelings can be lost at the drop of a dime, is insanity. All while the entire world is beating him and me up on a daily, is nowhere near how I operate in love and never will. I wouldn't even leave my friends during their time of need, whether they're right or wrong. I'd hate to be y'all's friends. Being solid and holding someone down when they're at their lowest doesn't mean you're enabling behavior. I'm not a yes man. There are many things I don't agree with. Honestly, all of this has been a nightmare to navigate, but how I reprimand him or the things we talk about in our household is not anyone's business. And I believe that is how a wife or anyone in a relationship should operate. At the end of the day, I just became a public figure like yesterday. But I'm still just a girl. Like, dang, I don't give a fuck what show I signed up for. Just humor me for a minute. Imagine navigating an intimate situation like this with the opinions of millions of people, good and the bad. The pressure is immense, but the cameras are off. This is tea for y'all, but this is my real life. That was just one. There's another one, but I don't even have it in me to read. Look how long it is, bitch. Look how long it is.
Hello. You know what? Go ahead and read it. We're gonna close out season 7 with that. Go ahead.
Okay, read it. Furthermore, to these people questioning my faith. Ooh, that right there has been the hardest part. I've seen the most evil come from humanity during this experience. So let me say this. I am trying to love like Christ, and it ain't easy. Y'all,
girl, Jesus loved the little children, girl.
Y'all, this is what she said.
Ricky, Jesus loved the little children. Is loving like Christ in the room with us? Is loving like Christ in the room? Jesus loved the little children. Hello. Is loving like Christ in the room? Go ahead.
So okay, I'll ask you that after. Y'all can mock that however you want. My relationship with God is my foundation, and it is my reason for being, and no one on social media will ever taint that. If you knew me in real life, you could speak to that. Now, again, that doesn't mean because you love like Christ, you have to be a fool or allow/condone just anything. No, it means loving someone despite their flaws, decisions, etc. And ultimately, by showing Tyler that kind of love he's never received, it will lead him closer to Christ, which will have the biggest impact on his life and his decision making. Like, aren't we all undeserving of Jesus's unconditional love? Aren't we all undeserving of Jesus's unconditional love? But he gives it to us anyway. A lot of y'all are missing it. And it's the religious Christians doing it. Typical. Y'all are the ones who push people further away from Christ. Instead of tearing us down, why not send encouragement? Why not speak life into us? Why not? That's why people say they hate the church now. I'm a true believer in Christ, which means I am who he says I am, and he don't care about me. Anything I choose to do next will be based on what Jesus and Ashley wants. More of him and less of me, not the opinions of others. That's the last thing I'll say on this. And then she says, y'all did y'all big ones with trying to attack my faith. Nice try.
Oh, I'm so glad I blocked that lady. I do not want to see I don't want to see none of this shit.
Yeah, it's insane to me that you can't just nobody like this narrative that we want her to leave her husband. We don't. Keep him off the streets. Help him pay his child support. Hold him accountable for those children. But to sit in our face and act like you so clearly she must believe this vile story that the twins were conceived from.
She believes it.
You must believe that, which
but she's so smart though. But she's so smart.
But a simple Google search will tell you that is literally not possible. Like, she would have to have an entire lab in her basement to accomplish that. But to just take the L and make him pay his child support. Like,
no. Take the L and I hope Bride garnishes both of y'all wages.
Exactly.
I don't care.
Exactly.
Keep that man off the streets, girl. You are doing humanity a favor. Thank you very, very much. You are doing keep that man off the streets. I want y'all to have a long life together and stay together. Stay together forever, please.
Forever and pay for it. I don't think nobody at this point wants you guys back in the children's lives. Bride doesn't even want that. Nobody wants that. Everybody wants.
In the interview too, he kept saying, "Oh, they're not fighting for me to be in the children's lives. You don't want to be in that. You just told these children's fuck. You said fuck them kids on Netflix twice, and in the only podcast you do, you again say fuck them kids. I don't want you in my children's lives either. Yeah. But your wallet stays. You can go."
Right.
Your paycheck stays.
Yeah. No, you want to know what's so funny? This whole narrative that she just wanted my money.
Mind you, this man did not have a high-paying job.
Jesse, when I tell you that Bryce sent me a text thread where Tyler sent his bank account to her during this time, and it was let me actually tell you, because I don't want to misquote. I don't want to
Hold on.
So he's saying, "Oh, she just wants my money. She just wants this. She just wants this." This man had $8.88. $8.86 in his checking account.
Hey, me money out. Hey. Hold on.
So you're trying to paint this picture that she just wants you to fund her lifestyle. She just wants you to fund her family. Like, let's be for real, you know? And
you 8 like EIGHT 8
5, 6, 7, 8.
5, 6, 7, 8 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That 8. Hey.
Yeah, but so it's like this narrative that like as if these messages don't exist, or that she just wants you. Like in one breath you said she had an amazing job, and in the next breath you're saying, "Oh yeah, I know her household must be hard. I know it must be hard. There's 5 kids in there. Make up your mind." For me, that was, you know, I didn't want Laterras to feel like I was attacking him at all. That was not my point. My point was that I could tell that you were not prepared for this interview, and he admitted that he wasn't. So he owned up to that. Had you been fully equipped on the situation, I do feel that the interview would have went differently.
Yeah, like in his way, he could have jokingly been like, "Hold on, wait a minute now," because
in a very friendly manner, or not. Accountability is not an attack by any means, but my point was that you were not equipped to the situation, and had you been, the interview would have went differently. It just would have.
Yeah.
You know. And it's just like that. Yeah, the girl, nobody was coming after you for your little $8. Like, she's literally telling you, you know, even to the point of, hey, just if you can't pay, just at least see the kids. You know,
literally. I've seen text messages of her just asking, "Hey, come see the kid. Come spend time with your son."
Yeah.
Well, final thoughts before we lay season 7 to rest. Unless some crazy shit, I feel like there's nothing else to talk about with these people.
There's nothing. I don't ever want to talk about Tyler and Ashley again. I'll do my recap video for my TikTok, and that's about it. I'll probably post it on YouTube.
Yeah.
I do have Rocky. This whole, like, I think everybody forgot about Britney's whole cheating scandal.
That's so true. We just didn't give a fuck. But I saw you reporting on that. That was crazy. You know what though? That's not even surprising. It's not even surprising.
Yeah, I don't think anybody cared today because Tyler's tea, but that's what's so crazy is, had this interview not dropped today, like, people were moving on to Britney.
Yeah.
People were moving on to Britney and the end of the season and letting this thing go to bed.
Yeah. I know Britney's like, thank God.
Yeah, and then exactly. And now he pops back out like,
yeah. I think just my final thoughts are I really had high hopes for this season. I think it was the most entertaining season to me because of all the tea. Like, I can't sit here and act like it hasn't been entertaining breaking down all the tea, but I really had high hopes. It was the most Black women I had seen on Love is Blind. So I had very high hopes for the Black women. And I think just looking at all their journeys, it just was really bad to watch, from the Monica to Alex, who, even with Alex, I felt like a lot of people said things about her that was so not true. People assume that she was abusing Tim. Just everything about this season reeked. You have Hannah, who just was a total jerk, but she wasn't wrong though, but she was a jerk. Yeah. And you got, the reunion was a disappointment. You got Marissa, Lord. Marissa, girl. It's just everything. This season was just like,
yeah, it was and in all fairness, I feel like if the tea behind the scenes didn't come out about this season, it would have been quite boring. Like Hannah probably would have been the main villain this season.
Yeah.
But yeah. It was an absolute shit show. Like,
absolute.
Get your shit together now.
Yo. Yo, and then it was so weird watching the reunion, and they had the people that's gonna be on season 8 on there. I'm like, well, is that the next Ashley? The fuck is going on?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I this season very disappointing, but I'm happy that this season happened. We connected.
Yes.
We connected. Sharonda, who does Pay Your Weight, I saw her last night, and I was able to tell her, man, like, you were the only one who was asking real questions in the press junkets. I feel like the black women during Black Women's, we land Love Is Blind season 7, the rest Black Women's Month. I feel like the Black women's who covered the show, we did a really good job at just letting everybody know what was the tea.
Yeah.
For real. I see some of y'all didn't forget about the little surprise I had at the end. I'm not going to air it. I've decided not to. I think Laterras said something, and I was like,
oh, you're not going to air this.
I'm not going to. I had a surprise at the end that I was going to show, but nah, I'm going to just let it be. I'm going to let it be, because it was also about Lila too. I think enough is enough. I think we all know.
Share it with me after.
Yes.
I'm nothing.
I feel like, honestly, I would just be, if I air this, it would just be ODing. Like, it would be, at this point, I feel like it would be ODing. So yeah, I'll definitely share it with you. But yeah, we're just gonna move on. We're gonna move on. We're gonna lay this season to rest, and I hope that we get to collab next season. I feel like even if we do like a season 8 podcast, like if we work out with something where, we'll just do something like a little pod or something. I don't know how to make it work. Yeah. I was talking with Sharonda about that too. I feel like we should all just find ways to collab with each other. I think that's how you grow. And so I definitely want to open up those conversations with you. But I want to thank you so much. I feel like had it not been for you, honestly, even though I was covering stuff, I feel like you definitely were very generous with your platform and with your information. And honestly, like, I think just meeting you and doing stuff with you made this season and me covering the season more enjoyable. So I'm really, really thankful for connecting with you. And I definitely want to see like your platform grow. Like I told you weeks ago, I was like, girl, don't let nobody tell you shit. This publication said your name. This publication said your name. And I told you, like, when we was going to go live, bitch, they're going to cite you. And they've been citing you. I don't know if you always check that, but you've been getting cited. Yeah. So you are more than a TikTok journalist.
Yes, I have a degree in journalism, bitch.
You are more than a TikTok journalist. But you know what? Being a TikTok journalist ain't bad either. Being a YouTube journalist ain't bad either. It ain't. When the journalists are reaching out to you,
she said it as like an insult, and I'm like, and
so I just hope your platform continues to grow. I've been very, very, very blessed to collab with you, and yeah.
Thank you so much. It's been an honor. Like my YouTube community has grown so much, like just from you. I had 100 subscribers like 2 weeks ago, and now I have like almost 5,000. I was like, oh my
god. Period. I'm gonna make y'all look in the description. I always tag her YouTube, so y'all make sure y'all go to her YouTube and subscribe. Okay. All right, y'all. That's it. Remind everybody where to follow you, even though they know, but remind them just in case somebody else is watching this, so they know.
Story Time with Ricky on Instagram, on TikTok, which is where I thrive, on Threads. I'm on Threads too. I made a Threads. It's a lot to keep up with, but I'm gonna do it. I'm here.
Period, y'all. Okay, until next season, this is Jenny Jones and Ricky Lake signing out, y'all.
Diamonds on my body and they crystal clear. I make magic with these hundreds, watch them disappear. Big ol' raindrops up in my ear.